Hello, welcome to Too Many Movies, the podcast where we discuss DVDs, Blu-rays, and even the occasional VHS tape. I'm your host, Tim.
What about odd?
We also talk about odd VHS tapes too. I'd say that's fair to say.
Oh, like fucking, what was his name? The pineapple?
Yeah, Pepe the Pineapple on State of the Art of Animation VHS tape. That is the oddest VHS tape I've talked about so far on the podcast, so that's fair to say.
So far.
Yeah.
So far. We might get more.
Yeah, oh, I will search high and low for those. Mostly low.
If you have a weird VHS tape for how to watch, send it to James's P.O. Box. It'll probably get to him eventually.
Yes, do that. I would love that, actually. That'd be great. And we don't tell James.
Correct.
He's just like, what the fuck is this doing here? What the fuck is Surviving Edged Weapons doing in my P.O. box?
Why is this? There's a note saying give to Hal. He's like 2 states away. What the fuck?
Creating Rem Lazar. What are my fans sending me?
Well, no, that one he'd be fine with.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
That one he would keep for himself.
Yeah, he'd keep for his special collection.
Of Epic and nothing else.
Yep. Yeah. So William,
we don't need to introduce me. Who cares?
Yeah. C.I.Ape time, dude. You know what? No, let me just say that I've been podcast maxing the past 2 months just for this specific episode, okay? Because
that's sad.
Well, look, the tradition goes that every 50 episodes we do a Q&A, to celebrate, I don't know, something. It's a tradition, okay? So episode 50 the greatest cartoons VHS tape. Episode 100, Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Basically, whatever random movie I can think about, random movie or whatever, I get to pair with a Q&A. And I thought, hey, what's more random than C.I.Ape? But because I have such a stacked summer planned ahead of me, I realized I don't want to do a big Q&A special in the middle of what I have planned. So I thought, I got to get to episode 150 before the summer, so that's why I've been doing 2 episodes per week for the past few months. It was all worth it, so we could get to talk about C.I.Ape today. Yeah, any thoughts on that?
No.
I knew I could count on you and your quick wit.
I'm staring at Taco Bell chicken nugget.
Yeah, so what'd you get at Taco Bell today?
The chicken nugget combo which had the nacho fries, soft taco, and a chalupa.
Yeah, so you seemed shocked that they do nuggets now. I guess I never really thought about that. Taco Bell doesn't traditionally do nuggets. I wasn't
shocked. It was more like, hey, yo, they got the nuggets now.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you said now, as if like, okay, they've never done nuggets before, and I guess you're right.
Well, it's listed as a limited time.
Okay. How limited are we talking?
It would have been less shocking to me last year when it was also still a KFC. Oh,
so wait a minute. So your combination Taco Bell KFC is now just a combination Taco Bell?
Yeah, it's just a Taco Bell now. They done gentrified the Taco Bell and got rid of the KFC.
How does that work exactly? They just well, I know how it works.
Licenses.
But they take the KFC out of there, but like, isn't that weird?
Well, they tore down the building and then built a new building that was just a Taco Bell.
They didn't tear down half the building?
It's one building.
But they took away the KFC, so you just need to tear down one half of the building, and that's all the KFC parts.
Well, they needed to gentrify the Taco Bell first.
Okay. As if Taco Bell isn't already gentrification.
Well, because it was still one of the fun-looking ones.
Okay. One of the ones from the 90s?
More like the early 2000s, but yeah.
Okay, that's still fun. I agree to that. Okay.
Not as fun as the 90s ones, but not as boring as the 2010s ones.
Oh, the 2010s ones are the worst. Let's be real.
And now it's one of the 2010s ones, anyway.
Oh, man.
Because now it's gentrified in the 2010s ones.
Right, yeah. It's the boring, marketable... No, what's that? It's like the bland...
Are they even marketable? I feel like... I read recently, like, one of the reasons why they're making fast food places boring is basically to make it so that you don't want to stay in them, so that you leave and more people can come inside the building.
Yeah, okay. Weird roundabout logic.
It's just to maximize profits by making it get in, get out, so we can get more people in and out.
Sure. I guess that works
Which, like,
in the short run, but what about the long
I
run?
guess I feel like at some point people are going to realize, oh, no one actually likes this, and they're not eating as much fast food, which is already happening, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's more of a price thing,
Right. Well, because, like, yeah, I'm just thinking about that, because I don't think I've ever heard anybody, like, that's always the conversation, where the conversation goes. Everybody hates the new bland looking restaurants that became McDonald's and Burger King and all that. It's like, no, we like the awesome, cool, and epic versions of them from the 90s and early 2000s.
At some point, like, they're going to realize, because, like, they're already losing customers because of the high prices,
right?
And because no one wants to be there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah.
So at some point, it's going to have to swing back the other direction.
I mean, look, to be fair, yes, the last time I walked into a McDonald's, I hated it so much because I was just there to order, and it was it was not a good place to be in. Like, but that's not really to do with the I mean, it was, the fucking architecture was not, fun in early 2000s. It was
because they're teenagers and 20-somethings that don't get paid enough to care.
Right, exactly. And so you have families running around screaming their heads off, and it's like, this is hell.
The sad thing is that that I actually will prefer to go inside to order at this point, because believe it or not, sometimes it actually is faster.
Oh, don't I know it? Yeah, I've probably gone
like,
in and out rather than the drive-through.
Plus, if I don't actually know what I want, but know that I want the general idea of McDonald's, Burger King, or Taco Bell, it's like, now I'm not holding up the drive-through.
Yeah, that helps too.
Like, I swear that one time, it was like last year, where I went to Burger King. There was a big line in the drive-thru. I looked at it and said, yeah, I'm just going to go in. I swear to God, I was in there for like less than 5 minutes. I don't know how the cars like maybe like moved like one up each.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, I guess I'm never going for the Burger King drive-thru again if I don't have to.
I mean, the cool thing about McDonald's is they have the screens, so you don't have to even talk to the depressed cashiers. You could just go up there, because I don't want to make their job any harder. I don't want to interact with them. They don't want to interact with me.
Plus, it tells you if something's out is out of stock.
Right. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point too. I mean, usually what I order is never really out of stock, but yeah, that is helpful.
That's how you know that they're out of the Minecraft Happy Meal, so you can't actually get the Grimace toy.
Oh, I was so looking forward to that. Did I ever tell you the time I went to a McDonald's and I was waiting for my food, and some guy this was a couple years back, some guy came in and went up to the cashier and went, hey, can I just buy the Sonic toys?
I mean, you can do that.
Yes, no, that's why he went up and asked them.
Yeah.
But it was really funny that I got to experience that. Some guy just walking in and asking, can I just buy the Sonic toys? And the woman behind the counter looked very confused. She was like, do you want that meal with that, sir? And he goes, no, I just want the toys.
See, that's why I've never done that, because I know that if I try it, they're not going to know, they're going to be confused and not know. Plus, like, each store doesn't even get all of them either. They only get like 3 of them total.
Yeah, that's why whenever
I would rather just order the set off of eBay 2 months later.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. There you go. Yeah,
let's go to eBay right now and see if they have the Minecraft Happy Meal toys.
Yeah, let's go. You know what? Because this reminds me, when I was a kid, I think it was Burger King. Burger King had the Rocket Power toys, right? Which I
don't remember. I don't remember a Rocket Power Happy Meal.
Really? Okay, yeah, okay. So if you don't remember a Rocket Power Happy Meal, then Rocket Power Burger King then. Yeah, I remember getting all the Rocket Power kids, except one of them. I haven't seen Rocket Power in 20 years, so I don't remember the kid's name, but I didn't get him, and I was super pissed at that, because it's like, well, I have the other 3 characters, why can't I get the 4th one? I want to complete the set. And yeah, that always pissed me off. Like, even to this day, 20 years later, I'm pissed about the fact that I never got that 4th Rocket Power character.
It was kind of nutty. Like the full set of the Minecraft ones actually go for a bit of money.
I mean, they're kind of the hottest thing ever right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. At this very moment, at least.
Normally when I look for like a full set of like Happy Meal toys, like it tops out like $20-25.
Right. Okay.
I've never seen it go to like 80. Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, at least it's not as expensive as the Chipmunk Adventure Blu-ray.
Let me check to see if anyone finally got the message to not do that.
Yeah.
To not sell for that much.
Yeah, how's that going actually? Let's check in on that.
I still see one for 130.
Ugh.
I see one for 75, one for 95, 84.
All right.
Nope, still no, everything is still stupid.
I mean,
okay.
75, that's still less than the Minecraft toys, but I guess maybe it was that
yes,
when we
but
last
also
checked. Yeah, no, it is.
Right. I'm not paying $75 for a Blu-ray that has no bonus features except for a random music video from the 60s.
I completely wholeheartedly agree. Yes. Yeah, no, that is absurd. There are Blu-rays I would pay that much for, but Chipmunk Adventure, I like the Chipmunk Adventure, but not $75 enough, you know?
Yeah. The highest I'm willing to go is 30.
Yeah, that's fair. That's completely fair, actually. 30
or
is...
yeah. Because that's still on the pricier end for like a regular release Blu-ray anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I had to play for Looney Tunes Back in Action on Blu-ray. That's also out of print.
That is out of print, yeah. So Back in Action, I actually found at Blumhouse recently, but it was on a old Warner Brothers DVD. So that does have
one of the snapper cases.
Snapper cases, yeah, dude, yeah. But that does have a Blu-ray release. You're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's out of print now, but like,
right.
I think you can get easier than Chipmunk Adventure.
No, that sounds about right. How much would that be on eBay? Actually, let's look that up.
Looney Tunes Back in Action. I remember paying like 30 for it, but that was also several years ago.
Right. So what would it be now? Is my question. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm seeing 44, 40, 50, 40. Okay, they've gone up.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, like they're under 50.
Right. I mean, I guess because they're out of print, I guess 40 to 50, sure. But like, yeah, I don't know. Because does it come with bonus features?
Probably.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
A duck inside Looney Tunes Back in Action. Go bonkers with Bugs Affleck, Brendan Fraser, and Steve Martin in this high-spirited featurette. Some Roadrunner Coyote, the Wizard of Owl cartoon with the Roadrunner Coyote.
Mm-hmm.
A behind-the-scenes tour of Bugs and Daffy. The Rab and Duck perspective on special effects. Looney Tunes Out of Action, the best scenes you've never seen, and more.
Okay, so already this sounds
a proper release.
Yeah, so at the very least, more understandable than Chipmunk Adventure Blu-ray. Yeah, I get it. They're both out of print, but I feel like Back in Action would be the better deal. Yes, it's still absurd to pay $40 for a Blu-ray for it, but again, you're getting all these features. You're getting the movie in Blu-ray quality. A lot of people would want that. Okay, so that makes sense.
I also have to imagine that, like, Warner Archive will probably reissue that at some point. I have to imagine.
I mean, with, The Day the Earth Blew Up being as big a hit as it was, I can't imagine why. I mean, it was big. It was a big enough hit that, Ketchup got to now get the rights to Coyote versus Acme. So now that's actually happening.
So the draw for that is that they don't have the marketing budget. So it's a matter of how's that going to do next year? Is the notoriety enough that it's going to attract a lot of people?
I feel
we
like
don't know because it's a year out.
Yeah, it's a year out. I do feel like it will garner a bit of a cult hit because, so many people were pissed about. I didn't see one person happy about the fact that Coyote versus Acme got canceled. I saw the same amount of people get upset over Batgirl. But I also
saw it's just the principle of, you finished the movie, but you're not going to release it just so you can save money.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I feel like enough people will go see it then. Now, will hordes and hordes of people go and it'll make, sinners money? Probably not. I don't think so. But I don't think it's going to not be a hit, Yeah,
as long as we actually manage to get... I feel like one thing that may have gone against Day the Earth Blew Up too is that Looney Tunes is not the first words in the title.
That's a good point. Yeah, The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Yeah, I feel.
Whereas if it said Looney Tunes, The Day the Earth Blew Up, that would have probably hit more because you're scrolling through like the listings on AMC. So if you're not looking closely at the posters, you'll just see The Day the Earth Blew Up.
Yeah.
And just scroll past it. If the words Looney Tunes are right there front and center, great.
Yeah. See, I am trying to think I'm trying to think through the perspective of a passive film goer like that. Because, when this always gets brought up whenever people say, oh, this movie's coming out. I didn't see any bit of advertisement for it. Nobody's talking about it. And I just think, okay, what's enough advertising? You know, where let's start with that as a conversation starter, because it's like, you know, that's always kind of bothered me, because I will see trailers for movies. I just think the movies look like shit, so I don't go see the movie. Yet there's
Yeah.
people who go, "Oh, nobody saw this. Nobody talked about it." It's like, I don't know. Like, I think there was enough marketing, because like you can only convince people so much, you know?
I think it's also a matter of that a lot of stuff like this nowadays is also based on algorithm.
Right.
So like we may be getting trailers for like LEO,
Mm-hmm.
other people might. That's only the trailers are not going to be in front of certain movies. Like I saw the trailer for LEO in front of like 2 or 3 movies I went to see this year so far.
Yeah, me too.
But that's also because the movies I saw were Looney Tunes, Neja 2. Maybe it played in front of something else I don't remember. But
Mm.
like I saw the trailer a couple times.
Yeah, I feel
But
like I
then,
have
like,
too.
But then, like, we were talking, like, in the server, like, a week ago, Lazy hasn't really seen anything for the movie. So it's
Mhm.
like, how are they really marketing? Are they because, like, we're not general audience members, basically.
No, we're not.
So, like, our general audience is getting the word out.
Right. But then,
Now, mind you, Elio's like a case of does it really matter? Because, like, it is a Pixar movie. And for better or for worse, Disney's like the only studio that is like, nah, we'll actually let it stay in theaters for a little bit, because that's entirely how Elemental and Inside Out 2 did so well. They let them keep playing.
right. Well, the other thing too is, like, when we're talking marketing, are we just talking exclusively trailers, or like what else does the marketing need to do to get the word out? Are we talking, I don't know, bus signs? Are we talking about stickers on bananas? Because you know what, if I see toys, okay, let's
like,
all right,
the damn How to Train Your Dragon remake, that has like a full toy line.
Okay.
There's like an entire section of the toy aisle for just that right now at Target.
Now, are these action figures? Are they plushies? Both?
Action figures, regular toys, plushies, everything, little blind boxes, they have everything.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so the toy marketing, okay, yeah, that's a good way to get the word out. I can see that. But is that,
Not every movie is going to be applicable for that. Not every movie is going to have things you make toys of.
Right, Sinners toys.
Well, that would be like a statue like a year later for diehard collectors.
Right, no, but that's an entirely different market, though. That's like people who like collecting action figures of
and like
characters.
That's also a case of, well, the movie sold the figure in that case, not the other way around.
Right, instead of the figure selling the movie.
For something like that, yeah. Well, it kind of goes both ways, but yeah, for like a kids movie, it's both ways.
Sure, yeah.
Something like that is for like adult collectors. They need to like the movie first.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So that's relevant in this conversation.
Okay, so toys, trailers. Again, like whenever I remember going to the grocery store and seeing, I don't know, Frozen 2 stickers on bananas, and it's like, this doesn't convince me one way or another to go see the movie. In fact, I find it kind of obnoxious that you're putting Disney characters on a banana. It's like,
you would have hated 1997 and 1998 because the only things you would see anywhere you look, Godzilla 98. Like, I hear the war stories from those times of like that movie was everywhere.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, because you have like, I remember Nostalgia Critic brought this up. You had a sign on a bus saying he's as big as a bus.
It.
Oh, he sugarcoated it.
He sugarcoated. There was way more than just that, from what I've heard.
Really? Really?
Any kind of product you could buy, there was a Godzilla 98 version of it.
Okay, I can.
Basically every. There was also like the damn Taco Bell promotion. The movie was like plastered over everything for months, and because that's another thing.
Right.
Marketing campaigns used to be like a year out.
Yeah.
Like you would used to get the teaser for a movie that came out one summer, the summer before.
Right. Well, because I remember being a kid and watching teasers for Pixar films coming out, and it used to bother me that the teasers had scenes that weren't in the movie. So, you know, the Incredibles teaser where he's getting like his suit on and he can't get it on.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit.
Or like the Ratatouille one where like he's trying to like his brother Rat, like, what are you eating?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know and you're eating it.
Yeah, exactly. Like those scenes, I'd be like, oh, I can't wait to see those in the movie. And then I'd watch the movie. I still liked Incredibles and Ratatouille, but then the back of my mind, I'm like, hey, they didn't have that one scene in there. But it's like, yeah, that's because it's a teaser. It's supposed to plant the seed in your mind being, oh, this is what the movie is going to be like, not what's
There is
actually
no
in the
scene
movie.
in the Simpsons movie where Homer is dressed as Superman. No.
Exactly. No, yeah, it's literally just to show off the vibe that you're going to get from the movie. But you're right. Yeah, those would come out. Like, I remember, so I had Monsters Inc. on VHS, and I had it on VHS, and there was a teaser for Finding Nemo because that was the next Pixar film in line. And but Finding Nemo came out a couple of years after Monsters Inc. And so, yeah, they were just planting the seeds early on with that. So you're right. Yeah, there used to be like a year of buildup for this. Whereas, yeah, I guess you're right. A lot of this stuff we don't really hear about until months in advance. We're still waiting on trailers for certain movies that have yet to come out this year, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, part of that was also a COVID thing.
Right.
COVID has we're still feeling the lasting effects from that on the market.
Right, exactly. And I guess because,
Remember, it used to be like 6 months before a movie would come out on DVD or Blu-ray. Now it's like 2 or 3 months.
that's true too. Yeah, yeah, you raise a good point there. I mean, also attention spans have gone down. So like,
Yeah.
what if you advertise something a year in advance? Are people going to remember it the next year?
It's just like in like movie theaters and the studios now just get scared if you don't make back like your entire fucking production budget opening weekend and immediately say digital, digital, digital. Like, let it stay and play a little bit.
Yeah, for a little bit. I mean, because that is a double-edged sword. I do like
at least let it. I think you should at least let it stay for 2.5 months. I think that is like a reasonable amount of time.
Sure. Yeah, I guess it depends on the movie, because sometimes I do like how convenient it is how fast a movie gets to digital, but there is that problem where it's like, okay, now I don't feel as incentivized to go to the theater to watch the movie. I can just watch it at home, and ergo, theaters kind of lose money in that regard.
Yeah, like at least let it play for like 2 months at the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and depending on if the movie is good enough, maybe that'll then they can extend it if they want. I feel like maybe it should be a case-by-case basis at that point, right?
Sure, but like I think for most things a baseline of 2 months is fair.
Yeah.
Because like you might have like a busy 2-3 weeks, and then by the time you're ready to go see it, it's gone.
Yeah, no, that does suck. That does suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not saying do a Top Gun Maverick and have it play the entire goddamn year, but like at least let Novocaine stay in theaters longer than 2 weeks.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That is completely fair. Tell me more of this Godzilla though. This Godzilla marketing, because
You want the Godzilla toothbrush?
oh, that's how far they went? Or
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, yeah, that sounds about right. Godzilla toothbrush. Godzilla and like what? McDonald's bags and stuff like that?
You want the Godzilla 98 stationary? I'm pretty sure that's stationary.
Stationary. My God.
Fucking anything you could think of. It wasn't just toys.
Right.
Those are gonna be the things people always talk about the most. That and the T-shirts.
Sure. Yeah.
But
yeah.
like, yeah, you want the here's one for you. Let me grab this. MIB Monster Island Buddies always brings this up. You want the Godzilla 98 bubble bath?
The Godzilla 98 bubble bath.
Yeah. You want the Godzilla 98 bubble bath?
See, these are marketing ideas I would have never dreamed of. Yeah, look at that. That's insane. Yeah, because again, when I'm thinking marketing, I'm thinking trailers. And then I think, okay, maybe a poster or an advertisement at, like, I don't know, the subway station or the bus, or you get ads playing on YouTube, or you get pop-up ads on other websites saying, like, go see this movie now, get tickets now, or whatever. Or radio ads. I'm just thinking exclusively in advertisements and not other products. I'm not thinking about. So, but yeah, no, this goes even further.
You want the Eddie's ice cream?
Eddie's ice cream what is that flavor?
It was like it was like it was a vanilla base with like stuff in it.
Right.
One of those ones.
Was it blue?
I don't think so.
But it's on the graph.
Well, the container is, yes.
Okay, the container's blue. Okay.
Yeah, it's vanilla ice cream that has little chocolate Godzillas in it.
Okay. Cute enough. Yeah, that could work. Little chocolate Godzillas.
Do you want the handball gumball dispenser?
The handball gumball. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Trading cards, because everywhere a trading card.
I mean, yeah, trading cards, that makes sense.
Yeah, you want the Tiger Electronics game? You You want the board game?
Board game, Tiger Electronics, sure.
You want the koosh ball?
I got that good cushion alcohol. Excuse me? Kush ball?
Yeah, remember koosh balls?
Kush ball. Remind me.
The moment I show you this picture, you'll remember immediately.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Those things.
Oh my god, you're right. Kush ball. I remember those bastards.
Do you want the Godzilla 98 party invitations?
Oh my god, really? Oh my god. Well, you know what? Okay.
Anything you could think of.
Okay.
They made.
Valentine's Day cards, right?
Well, I know there were regular Godzilla Valentines because I had them back in like 2nd grade.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there were also 98 Valentines.
There had to have been. Yeah, if there's fucking greeting cards, come on. Yeah, because you know what? This is kind of related because I'm thinking so when I used to clean houses, as I've famously said on the podcast before, one thing I remember finding in this guy's house, because his wife was a hoarder, she had saved the McDonald's bags when Tarzan was coming out. Now there was no food in there. Let me just say, she didn't keep the food. She wasn't that crazy, but she still had, in perfect condition, because they were, packed away in her fucking attic, she had the McDonald's bags that were Tarzan themed from when Tarzan was coming out in theaters. It was bizarre. I was like, why did you keep this, lady? I mean, it was cool to see because I got to see something from 1999, but like, why? Why did we keep this? Yeah, see, Valentine's Day cards. See, I was right.
Yeah. If you can think of it, they made it.
Yeah. and brother, they made it.
Yeah. So that's the kind of marketing movies used to get back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Every movie was a goddamn event.
Okay, so what is this? This is the VHS tape. Is that the VHS tape?
Yeah, it's a VHS tape, and then you got a little sippy cup.
You got the sippy cup. You got the fucking... Is it a...
Yeah, a little puppet.
Little puppet.
One of those promotional banners that put at video stores and have the employees wear to say, hey, it's out, buy it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's cute. Oh, man, that would have been cool to see. I mean, movie and video renting stores like what? Blockbuster and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they did that for everything, too, back then as well.
I mean, yeah, granted, of course.
I mean, my sister used to work for this company that was in charge of like stocking the movies and stuff at like Walmarts and stuff.
Okay.
And I remember when No Time to Die came out,
mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, they had them wear T-shirts with the No Time to Die logo on it that said, buy it today, now available. And for whatever reason, my sister got 2 of them.
Right.
So she gave one to me. So buried in one of my drawers is just a white T-shirt that said, no, it's a black T-shirt with the white logo. No Time to Die, now available.
That's okay. So
I've never worn it because I have no reason to, but I have that in my drawer.
That is such a bizarre thing to put on a shirt. Now, granted, that's also marketing because it's just in case some weirdo sees you wearing a shirt while you're stocking the movies in the Walmart. He could be like, huh, maybe I should go and buy this movie on Blu-ray. It's like, I guess it worked, How do they like test that? How do they fucking research that?
If they see the employees walking around the store, they just see the thing, you're wearing an ad, basically.
Right. But I'm wondering, like...
So while you're walking over to the thing, and people just see, like, oh, that's out now, cool.
Yeah, but I'm wondering how much that would work. Like, I'd really want to market test that. Like, actually experiment with that. See if that actually works, if that actually has any effect, or if it's just companies doing it because they have to, I'm
going to say for that specifically, it's the latter, because that back in the 90s probably had, like, it probably mattered. Now with the internet, no.
Right, yeah. So it just goes
the only actual 98 merch I own is the Talk About cup holder that I got when there was a booth at the mall that was selling old stuff.
Booth at the mall that was selling old stuff.
Anyway, here is an inflatable claw used in grocery stores to advertise the ice cream.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. What is this?
Hang that in the ice cream aisle, baby. That'll get them.
What the fuck is this? How big is that? It's okay. So the ice cream there is to show like how big this is.
I mean, I guess, but it was to sell you the ice cream. Look closely at that picture. That claw is an ad for the ice cream.
Yeah, but like it's just an inflatable claw, right?
Yeah,
Where would you put it?
like you'd hang it somewhere, I guess.
Would you put it
It
like
probably
on top of the
it
freezer to show like, oh, Godzilla's creeping up over the freezer?
I guess, or you
Yeah.
just hang it from the ceiling.
Right. Okay. That's I don't know, just the claw looks bizarre to me. I'm like trying to fucking solve it. It's like a puzzle I'm looking at trying to solve this claw. I don't know, just something doesn't look right. Is my point.
I don't know oh, you know what? I'm seeing in this picture. There is a string on it, from what I can tell, in a different picture of it deflated.
Okay. Yeah, so it was a ceiling inflatable.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, cuz you go to the grocery store, you see. Yeah, there was always in grocery stores feel like sometimes you see like a giant, I don't know, Frozen Fridays sliders box that's like big and it's like, "Oh, I kind of want that." I don't know, just sometimes you see those things and it looks really cool that I could hang that up on my wall or something like that.
Would you hang a promotional material for C.I.Ape? You
What?
know the movie we're supposed to be talking about.
Okay. What promotional thing would it be? Would it be a
Do you have?
gigantic
Do you
monkey?
have? Do you have the DVD?
I do have the DVD, yes.
Yeah, you know how, like on the DVD, there's like that image from like over the wires and stuff hanging from the like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
You get like a paper thing of that and hang it above the DVD aisle.
Okay.
You get something like that,
Uh-huh.
and you do it so it's a flat paper, but like they have it like crossed over each other, so like it's the same image from every angle. One of those kind of like a pinwheel thing.
Yeah, I think I know what you're
I,
talking about.
I don't know how
Yeah.
to describe it, but I think you get the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
One of those things.
When I was a kid and I lived near the Stop and Shop, there was I remember this, I mean, not as clear as day, but I do have this vague memory of there being kind of a basketball court, I don't know, blow up where it was like, I don't know, I guess it was supposed to be a bit of a basketball court. And I always thought that was cool. It was advertising. I could not tell you, but it was, yeah, it was like it was things you like made that was made of cardboard that you like propped up. And then it was supposed to be advertising, I don't know, a drink or something. And I always thought that was really cool. I always wanted to go into the basketball court and just, I don't know, run around and hang out in it. And then one day it was just gone and I never saw it again. It was really sad.
Marketing used to be so much cooler than it is now.
Yeah.
It's like at most you get like a poster, like a little paper insert above the DVD aisle saying, "Hey, this is out now."
Yeah. Or you get that the embarrassing Wreck-It Ralph sequel saying like, "Hey, Academy Award winning Ralph breaks the internet." It's like, no.
And they forgot to take it off the sticker.
Hilarious.
Because I think the movie was probably coming out like that week, so they just assumed.
Right. I mean, because I get it. You know, whenever the story always goes around the Super Bowl, they mass produce clothes saying Super Bowl winner, and it's both teams, and then whoever loses, the losers goes to Africa to clothe the people who don't have regular clothes.
I remember like one year, my mom and my grandma used to watch QVC a lot, and one year after the game ended, they turned on QVC and they actually saw people wheeling away the losing team's merch.
Yeah. So I get it. You're going to make, win as if everybody has a chance at winning to advertise it, but it's just so funny that they put it out in stores with that. It's like, no, not yet.
Like, at least at that point, if you don't know, say nominated.
Right. Like, I mean, you would, like, because it was already nominated. You can literally do that from day one. Once the Oscars say, it's nominated, you're good.
And then if they do, like, a re-release or, like, a steelbook later or something, like a collector thing, then you can say winner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd say that's fair.
Do we want to actually talk about the movie now?
Yeah. You start. What are your thoughts on C.I.Ape? Well, you should start because this movie is, as is tradition, your fault.
The entire bit was I found out there was a movie called C.I.Ape that was coming out that looked terrible and said this will be funny. So we decided to turn it into a meme. So then I bought the DVD and went show up at Walmart because, of course, it's one of those $10 DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
And then we watched it in the group in the VC.
Mm-hmm.
And we turned it into a meme.
Yeah, this is pre-Wheel Night, by the way. This was like...
Yeah, this is just This was just, hey, you'll be funny.
Yeah.
C.I.Ape.
Yeah, C.I.Ape. And I remember I was talking to the guys about this yesterday when I showed them it in VC. I remembered, oh hey, Thanksgiving 2021 or the day before Thanksgiving 2021, I remember we all got into a call, we watched it together, and it ruled. It was so much fun when we did that. And yeah, it just became a meme amongst us because, I mean, just look at it. C.I.Ape. It practically writes itself.
Yeah. Now the reality is that it's just like is a kids movie that the parents were put on to get the kids to shut up for 80 minutes while they're doing business.
Mm-hmm.
There really isn't much to the movie in actuality.
No.
Aside from like a couple like the funny moments that happen a fair amount of for the runtime. The movie isn't boring.
No. It's definitely got something to it that keeps us returning to it time and time again.
Well, part of that is because it's called C.I.Ape.
Yeah, exactly. But I think there are, like you said, there are moments in there where it's like, hold on, there's something truly hilarious going on here.
I don't think it's like as laugh out loud funny as some of the other things we found, but like,
no,
it has moments.
Yeah,
and like, just the fact it has a monkey in it. Anything with CGI monkey in it's going to do something.
Yeah.
And we just thought it would be funny to say this is actually the greatest movie ever made.
Mm-hmm.
And then James agreed with us, so we made the video.
I love that we psyop James into making a video on this.
Not the first time we've done it.
No,
it was the first time we've done it, but it wasn't the last time we've done it.
And it will never not.
Famously, we've done one this year.
Oh yeah. It will never stop.
Movies we've psyoped James into making videos on: C.I.Ape, Lake Michigan Monster,
yep,
Max Keeble's Big Move.
Yeah. Among others.
What else? What has he done?
I was just saying among the Tim Hill ranking in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking Garfield duology video is gonna go hard now. It's not gonna happen.
No.
I guess the James Cameron ranking was kind of just a guerrilla method to talk about Wheel Night movies.
Yeah, but we need a proper Wheel Night video next time. Someday.
If I ever get off my ass, an idea I have is called the Wheel of Nonsense, where I put a bunch of the shit I bought at the dollar store on the wheel and talk about 3 of them in a video each.
Okay, there you go. I like that.
It'll get me to talk about Plaguers.
There you go. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm
not elaborating on that one.
Okay, fair enough. Well, let's move on.
I haven't watched the movie yet. It's just in the binder.
All right.
You want me to read? I have the binder with me because C.I.Ape was in the binder.
C.I.Ape's
you want me to read? You want me to read a lot of the bullshit I bought at the dollar store?
Might as well. Yeah, because it pertains.
Okay. Well, I'm only gonna do ones that are stupid garbage worthy. Some of these names are familiar to you specifically.
Yeah, do the funniest ones and ones that'll be familiar to me. Yeah.
The very first one's one you'll know. All Cheerleaders Die.
Ooh, that's a classic. There you go.
American Nightmares. Anthem of a Teenage Prophet. Astral.
What?
Yeah, Astral.
Astral?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Astral.
Oh, I thought you meant Astral, like a troll comes out of your ass.
No, that's a different movie.
Okay, not yet.
That probably is a movie though.
I hope so.
Yeah. Burning Kiss. Dark Was the Night.
Yeah. Oh, what a night.
Let me see. Oculus.
Like the Oculus? No.
Maybe, I don't know.
Wait a minute. What am I thinking of?
The Hitman, Time Crimes, Murphy's Law, whatever that is. There's no picture on the disc, and I don't remember what the box looked like. Sushi Girl. The Signal. Scrawl with Daisy Ridley.
Straw? Scrawl. Okay.
Yeah, like the villain in Chalk Zone.
Okay. Daisy Ridley, huh?
Yakuza Apocalypse.
I love.
Neon Demon's a movie people know about.
I love how you sound so far away. It sounds like you're ashamed to be saying these movies titles.
Yeah, because I am further away right now.
Yeah.
What is this one? It's Dogma. That's a real movie.
Okay.
Mega Python versus Gatoroid.
We've seen that one.
Yeah. Plaguers.
Right.
The C.I.Ape.
Yeah.
I got Boxcar Burfer from the dollar store, if you can believe that.
What? No, that is weird. Boxcar Bertha. I mean, yes, because it's a Corman film, but also it's a Scorsese film at the same time.
Yeah, we got Wolves.
Wolves, huh?
Distributed by Ketchup Entertainment.
Ah, they were in the game long before we knew.
We got Mossad. We got The Trip to Italy.
The Trip to Italy. Okay.
This Murder Party.
Okay, I like that movie.
Okay, good. We got some of the multi-sets. We have the Screaming Skull collection with the Screaming Skull, the Mad Monster, the Vampire Bat, the Monster Maker, Tormented, Scared to Death, Autumn Age Vampire, and Dead Men Walk.
These all sound like winners.
Stage Fright. A Matador's Mistress with, is that Adrian Brody? I think that's Adrian Brody.
Whoa, no way.
Yo, I got pieces of April from the dollar store. Crazy.
Crazy.
The Roger Corman Driving Collection.
Okay.
With Beast from Haunted Cave, The Wild Ride, The Fast and the Furious.
Okay.
T-Bird Gang, High School Big Shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going.
Still going.
New York from the dollar store.
Again, another Scorsese film. Weird. What is it with dollar stores and Scorsese films? I mean, I get it. They're the early Scorsese stuff, so they're not, they're not Taxi Driver and Goodfellas. So they don't have that much street cred, but still, Scorsese.
How the hell did I get Freebirds?
You're avoiding it for too long, William. Someday Freebirds will come to bite you in the ass.
Me when I remember I own Freebirds.
I mean, you could always just throw the disc out the window.
I mean, I could. Termination. Chinese-speaking vampires. Pandemonium. It's a slasher, but he wears a shitty panda mask.
Does he come across the Chinese-speaking vampires?
Maybe. We have the classic slasher collection.
Okay.
With Don't Look in the Basement.
Okay.
Scream Bloody Murder. Silent Night Bloody Night.
That sounds like another movie I know.
The Severed Arm.
Okay.
And the next one I want to talk about, the Hatchet Murders, which is actually the American edited version of Dario Argento's Deep Red.
Right. I think you've told me that before. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. We have the Brains That Wouldn't Die collection.
Okay.
And guess what the first movie on that one is?
The Brain Who Couldn't Die?
The Brain That Wouldn't Die.
Okay, good. Oh, that's different.
The Head.
Yeah, The Head.
The Atomic Brain.
Yeah, of course.
Indestructible Man.
Sure.
The Amazing Transparent Man.
The
Manster.
The Manster. Oh, okay.
What else you got from the dollar store? Anything else from the dollar store?
I'm sure there's plenty.
Collection.
I feel like there was a time you were at the dollar store and we saw you purchase a movie.
Masterminds. Is that Zach Galifianakis? I don't know. Rumpelstiltskin. I have Rumpelstiltskin.
Okay.
It's not Station Tango.
Right.
And then there's free DVDs of things that I've upgraded to Blu-ray, so I don't need anymore.
Okay.
And I couldn't find the cases when I looked for them last. I don't know where the box of The Exorcist went, but it's somewhere in the attic.
Do you still have the DVD boxes, even though you explicitly put these in a binder?
Yes, the boxes are just in storage.
Right. Okay.
Because I didn't want them on the shelves anymore because they take up too much space on the shelves for other things.
Right, they take up space, so you. Okay, yeah.
The really It sounds ridiculous, but a DVD
No.
case is slightly thicker than a Blu-ray case.
Yes, no, I agree.
So when
I
it
know.
adds up, it does matter.
Yeah.
Also, I have Sesame Street: A Magical Halloween Adventure.
Magic Halloween Adventure. Okay.
There's also some real movies I have in the dollar store, like Pulse, I, Tonya, I got from the dollar store.
Well, yeah. You were saying, like you said, you had New York, and Boxcar Bertha. So, like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got Hobo with a Shotgun from the dollar store too, but that's a Blu-ray, so it's in the other realm.
Right.
I got Popstar Never Stop Never Stopping from the dollar store once.
Yeah.
I got Her from the dollar store.
See, your dollar store sounds cool. My dollar store never has DVDs.
Well, I haven't been there in a while either, so I don't know if they even still have stuff.
Well, your dollar store sounded cool. I'll say that.
You know, it actually had some Elvis movies at one point, but they all had loose discs, so I didn't buy them.
Oh, isn't that the fucking worst, dude?
Yeah, it was like, what was it, King Creole, I think?
Yeah.
The one was a boxer.
Uh-huh.
That would have been funny.
Yeah. But oh well.
Yeah.
Snowman Strikes Again.
C.I.Ape does some boxing.
Yeah, C.I.Ape does do some boxing when he fights those hired goons.
People.
Yeah, the hired goons.
Yeah. Who was that funky monkey?
Classic title drop.
Silly bad guys. You can't have a lockdown when there's a fire alarm.
Yeah.
And then she does that stupid fucking dance.
She does the happy dance, William.
Yeah. Do we want to cut to the chase? Do we just want to talk about Alpha Dog?
Yeah.
He is the movie.
Oh, yeah. For a movie called C.I.Ape, and look, make no mistake, C.I.Ape is a god amongst men. But, however, let's just say that the breakout star character of the movie is absolutely Alpha Dog.
Yeah, I'll put it to you this way. The letterbox page for a C.I.Ape is incomplete and doesn't actually have the full cast because it leaves off the voice for C.I.Ape himself and it leaves off Bondi's actress. Who I had to look her up separately because I did look up some of the people in this movie, namely her and Alpha Dog.
Yeah.
I didn't look up the Chief. I should look up who the Chief is.
Yeah, the Chief seems like he's been in some bangers.
Yeah, let me go to the CIA IMDb page again, because it actually has people.
Good, yeah. That is frustrating, though, that the letterbox page is incomplete for this movie. It's been 4 years, letterbox. Come on. Pick up your shit.
Well, like, to skip ahead real quick, you want me to point out Skip Schwink's letterbox description, the man who plays Alpha Dog?
I mean, yeah, we're in Alpha Dog right now, so...
Because he is very clear. He is the one who has the most filled out description on Letterboxd, and I think it's entirely because of us.
I hope so. Yeah.
For reasons being that C.I.Ape is mentioned more than Reagan and Minari.
Yeah, because he is,
the real movies he's done.
Right. Yeah. I mean, as real as Reagan can be, but yeah, Minari especially.
He played Jimmy Carter.
Dude.
He plays Jimmy Carter in Reagan.
I never saw Reagan because I don't think it got...
Neither did I, because why would I watch a movie about Ronald Reagan? But no.
Yeah, I don't even like biopics to begin with, but I could already tell that looked Oscar baity. I mean, I don't know, it never really came out. I never understood why... I never understood why it didn't have that much of a release. Like, I saw people watch it.
It's about Reagan.
I guess, yeah, we're not, the Reagan hype isn't as big as it used to be, as you can tell, because history does not look kindly on him anymore.
Yeah. If that movie came out 10 years sooner, maybe.
Maybe.
Like, if it came out right after he died, sure.
Oh, it would have done gangbusters in the mid-2000s, yeah.
Yeah. It came out last year after we've already had Trump once.
Yeah. So we're not going to be looking too kindly on any Republican leaders that came before.
Yeah. An actor and filmmaker known for the A24 Plan B produced Minari, directed by Lee Isaac Chung and starring Stephen Ewan, which won the Grand Jury Prize and Audience Award for Dramatic Feature at the 2020 Sundance Film Festival, as well as for the family comedy adventure feature film C.I.Ape, about the world's first chimpanzee secret agent, released by Lionsgate in 2021, where he appears as the supervillain known as Alpha Dog. In the family comedy drama Breaking Them Up, in which he co-stars alongside Kellen and Steven Schneider. Skip also stars opposite Dennis Quaid in the feature biopic Reagan, where he portrays the 39th president of the United States, Jimmy Carter. A former student of the Upright Citizens Brigade and Groundlings Improv and Sketch Schools in L.A., Skip has performed at some of the world's most famous comedy clubs, including the Comedy Store and the Laugh Factory. His comedic talents are on full display in C.I.Ape.
Now that I can agree with.
The C.I.Ape gets mentioned more than the other movies.
I mean,
wonder why.
I mean, look, how many times have I seen Minari? 0. How many times have I seen C.I.Ape? 4.
This has to be our fault, though, right?
I mean, who else major has talked about C.I.Ape, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I'm pulling up the Chief and Bondi now.
Okay, good, yeah.
Where's Chief? Where is Chief? He does not have a picture on IMDb.
So it could be him.
Oh, damn, no. Brandy Clifton has only been in C.I.Ape.
Brandy Clifton's the name of the chief.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, hey, one and done. That's the way to go.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, he's probably a stage actor, if anything.
What has Sam's voice actor been in?
That's what I want to know. Who is Sam's voice actor?
Scott Anthony Gold.
Scott Anthony Gold.
Or Gould, whichever way it's pronounced.
Gould.
One of them.
Okay.
Let's see.
Who is this man that brought this God Amongst Men to life?
He has a lot of sound department credits.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I found his acting credits. That's a short film. He's in The Stalker as Tom from 2000. Sexual Intentions as Neil.
Oh, well, my sexual intentions are to Neil.
He's in the TV series Frills as Darius for one episode.
Okay.
In the show The Best Sex Ever, in one episode, he is Jason. Let's see. Oh, he's in the Amityville Terror as the cook, in parentheses, uncredited.
Well, I mean, come on. Of course.
Hey, he's in Slamma Jamma as Jay Raspy.
Oh, I was wondering who Jay Raspy was in Slamma Jamma.
You know, in the movie, okay, you know the movie Dolls from 2019?
No. I know the movie Dolls from 1987.
Oh, well, from 2019 Dolls, he voices Dolls.
Oh. Like, all the dolls?
I guess he's Dolls.
He's Dolls 2019 TM?
In Christmas Down Under, he is co-pilot and the voice of the customer support rep.
Oh, so he's Australian now, is he? Or American that couldn't get any work in America, so he has to work in Australian productions. One or the other.
He was the dialogue guy for Euro Club from 2016. That's not a real movie, okay. He was the re-recording mixer, sound designer, and supervising sound editor for Ouija House.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of the movies that he's been the voice in, he's also done work on. That makes sense.
That makes complete and total sense. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that sounds likely. Sound people doing voices in role. Now, sound person being the main guy. I mean, well, that's, you know, because Ben Burt did the voices for Wall-E back in Wall-E. So, you know, I guess
Honestly,
it's possible.
Probably the biggest names are Skip Shrink himself and the guy who plays Chrome Dome, because apparently he's been in like some things you'll recognize.
Right.
He was in Tulsa King. He was a squad mercenary number 3 in Black Adam.
Squad mercenary number 3.
In an episode of Cobra Kai, he was El Bombero. He was in an episode of Law and Order, but everyone's in an episode of Law and Order, so right. You know.
I mean, Robin Williams was in Law and Order.
Hey, he was in 3 episodes of MacGruber.
3.
He was in 1 episode of the Fargo TV series.
Okay, as Fargo?
No, as morgue attendant, uncredited.
Okay. I love that whenever you see actors getting major roles in movies akin to C.I.Ape, and then you look at their IMDb or Letterboxd, and they're in much bigger movies, but as uncredited or background characters or something like that. Did you know that Lauren Lavera, the main actress in the Terrifier movies, is also in that new Mike Flanagan movie, The Life of Chuck or whatever, but she's not credited as anything so far because she's probably in the background somewhere instead.
Yeah, let me look up her right now because she has been getting work in like horror movies besides Terrifier.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I've seen her in a couple of YouTube skits actually. That I was like, wait a minute, that's what's her face? That's Lauren Lavera. Yeah, she's in a couple of Gillian Keefe skits, and I was like, whoa, holy shit, that's crazy. But I think I saw somewhere she's from Philadelphia, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Apparently Scott Wampler from like Alamo or something is in Life of Chuck. That's random.
Yeah, that's random.
Like fucking Alamo Draft House. I forget what he's actually. I think it was Alamo he's from, because I recognize that name. Chestnut as Haley. I mean, once Terrifier 4 wraps up, then she'll probably at least start getting other roles.
I hope so, because she is really good in the Terrifier movies.
I'm sure her and David will get a lot more gigs.
Oh yeah,
because right now even David, like, he's also sort of just kind of getting stuck in the Twisted Childhood group there right now.
Yeah, because he's in Screamboat. He's in
the mean one.
The Grinch one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of like stuck in that jail right now, but like he has to start getting bigger roles after Terrifier's done.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Well, because I remember I found his YouTube channel and I saw him do a segment as the Joker. Like it was just like a little video he did as the Joker.
It was old, but older one, but you know.
Yeah, and he was talking about how like the Joker is kind of his role he wants to play the most. I don't think he'll ever get it. Not to be rude, I would want nothing more than for him to be the Joker. I would absolutely love.
Maybe he could do it for like a cartoon.
That could be cool. Yeah, because he gets the voice down.
Voice role.
Yeah. Totally.
I think it's possible for that. I don't know. He wouldn't get in a live action film because he's a huge big name put on the poster star. But like,
right?
They ever reboot Elm Street? Give him Freddy.
I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, I absolutely. Even though I've never seen him do Freddy, I full-heartedly believe he could do Freddy.
We've only ever seen 2 people do Freddy, and one of them wasn't very good at it.
Yeah, look, no disrespect to Jackie Earle Haley, he's really good in Watchmen, but he's not.
He had nothing to work with.
He's not Freddy. Yeah, I could absolutely see David Howard Thornton being Freddy.
Yeah, like you ever do that? Hey, he's probably like your guy. Offer him Freddy.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want him to be Jason or Michael because he wouldn't be able to, because like you wouldn't even see his face then.
Yeah, because yes,
let him be Freddy.
Yes, he is silent as art, but it's all in the face.
Yeah, Art is very It's like even though Art doesn't talk, I would put him much closer to a Freddy than a Jason.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, he has. Yeah.
But it's like they'll probably get bigger roles soon.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else should have bigger roles? Sophia Alongi.
Who's that?
She's Bondi in C.I.Ape,
the
main
really?
girl.
Okay, yeah. What has she been in?
She's not on the Letterboxd page for whatever reason. I had to look her up on IMDb, and fun fact, she had to write her own IMDb profile.
Really? How do you know that?
Because at the end of the IMDb profile it says IMDb mini biography by Sophia Alongi. And also the first words of the IMDb profile are, "Hi, I'm Sophia. I grew up in North Carolina."
Oh, she's a North Carolina girl.
Yeah, crawfish all every day.
Sure, they got Pepsi down there.
I have a friend from North Carolina.
My grandparents live in North Carolina.
Do you want me to read Sophia's biography on IMDb?
Sure, before you get me talking about Cheerwine.
I've had Cheerwine because like it was one of the gifts to the attendees of the wedding last fall.
Was your wedding in North Carolina?
Well, no, like her. It was our friends Andrew and Megan. Megan's from North Carolina. She as like the goodie bags for like all the guests, they had like a can of Cheerwine, a small can of Cheerwine in every bag.
Yeah. Oh, I've been meaning to get Cheerwine again because again, my grandparents live in North Carolina, and so they're like, "Hey, we found this great soda. It's called Cheerwine," and they would bring it up every once in a while. Dude, it is fucking delicious. I miss it so much.
Also, like more things should just be more places. Like
Mm-hmm.
like here around our area, we have like a brand of like in store bought like cupcakes and stuff called Tasty Cake.
Sure.
Like you can get it down like Florida because they like have like a bunch of like regional things in Florida for no reason. But like
Mm-hmm.
that's one of those things. Like you go out of state, you can't get now. You can get other brands of like cupcakes and stuff that you can throw in the fridge or whatever. But like that's ours. Or like we have Lebanon bologna, which you wouldn't be able to get like anywhere else.
Sure. Sure.
It's like more regional things need to be experienced by more regions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, Cheerwine. I also love the
Yeah.
Cheerwine jingle.
Bring Moxie down here. Fuck it. Who cares? Yeah, I don't care. Fuck it.
Put Moxie in Pennsylvania. Watch everything go crazy.
Everyone explodes. Next time the Eagles go to the Super Bowl, bottle of Moxie in hand. Hell yeah, brother.
Go Birds.
I've never had Moxie, but that's because they don't sell it over here.
Right, yeah. Where would Moxie be?
Isn't it like up near you?
Is it? I guess.
I'm pretty sure it's more northeast.
I feel like, yeah, Moxie, I have seen Moxie before. Maybe just not something I see very often, but I guess Moxie would be more of a me thing.
Produced in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Lowell?
Yeah, Lowell.
Really? Oh, I work in Lowell. How do I not know this?
New England. Regional Awards in New England.
Oh my god, wow, Moxie. Holy shit. I guess I gotta get a Moxie the next time I can.
Now, it's been designated as the official state drink of Maine specifically.
Sure, yeah.
Like, it's in the New England states.
That's typical fucking Maine, stealing a soda manufactured in Massachusetts.
Okay, so I should probably actually read Sophia's blog now that we're done talking about Moxie.
Yeah, now they're talking. Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to the C.I.Ape episode. We're talking about the Godzilla 98 and fucking Moxie and Cheerwine.
But did Moxie and Cheerwine have a crossover with Godzilla 98?
Not yet, they haven't.
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I grew up in North Carolina. I started out in musical theater at 5 years old and absolutely love it. About 7th grade is when I decided that I'd like to try commercial film and film acting. And so I made my way out to California with my mom's help. That's nice of her.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to put in long hours. I work, always listen, take direction well, and can memorize my sides quickly and accurately. Acting is something I will always love. Among my other interests are marine biology, which I'm probably going to assume is why she hasn't been very active since C.I.Ape, because if you're studying marine biology...
You're not really going into the movies.
Yeah. Scuba diving, animals, golf, gymnastics, snow, water skiing, hiking, music, reading. This is like a straight up bio that she'd put on MySpace or something. Riding and hanging out with my friends. I love, in all caps, motorsports like four-wheeling. Getting muddy is awesome. I'm just willing to try anything once. I graduated from high school early and started right into college with a marine biology major. Well, there you go.
There you go.
I am also 17 chapters into writing a young adult fantasy fiction novel. I think y'all will love it when it's finished. You can tell she's from North Carolina with the y'all. I don't know when this was written, so I don't know how far she is into that book.
Yeah. Still, though, Jacqueline of all trades, this one.
Yeah, she's went to college early.
Yeah.
So she's probably... I have to imagine she's like in her early 20s.
At this point.
Yeah, well, even like, we have no clue how old she was when she did C.I.Ape. There's no indication of age. There's no birthday in here.
She's just a child in the movie, so I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know how old. Because even then, like if you were playing a teenager, you might still be in your 20s.
Right, yeah.
Like the guy who... I looked this up recently. The guy who played Tommy Jarvis in Part 6, Friday the 13th. He was like 27 when he got the role of Tommy. So he was playing a character like almost 10 years younger than he was.
Right, yeah.
And that was just the norm back then, to be fair.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And that still happens even today.
Yeah, the kids in Euphoria were never kids. They were always guys in their 20s.
Yeah, like Cole Sprouse is like our age, and he was playing Jughead in Riverdale.
Yeah. That old chestnut.
Stay on Riverdale.
Stay on Riverdale.
I'm going to skip this paragraph, but I'm going to read her certifications because she has certifications.
Certifications now, okay.
Open water scuba certification, valid boater safety card, ATV snowmobile ride safety training certification.
Sure.
Legal driver's license in California's Golden State. SEAL Merit Diploma, which is awarded jointly by the State Board of Education and State Superintendent of Public Instruction to recognize students who have demonstrated mastery of the high school curriculum in at least 6. I'm assuming that's to get out of high school early.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But like, yeah, she's smart, is what we're saying here.
There's some real talent underneath the surface of C.I.Ape. God damn.
Yo, when's she gonna get a fucking Fast and Furious gig?
Yeah.
She does have a demo reel.
Really?
It is primarily scenes from C.I.Ape.
I mean, duh.
Yeah, Bonnie, Sam's right there on screen. Yeah. She is known for her first thing. She was in an episode of Sid Roth's It's Supernatural.
Okay.
Her role was Autistic Girl. Oh dear. She was in an episode of What Lies Beyond as Yard Sale Shopper number 8.
Okay.
She's in A Bad Mom's Christmas as the Sky Zone Foam Pick Girl, uncredited.
Uncredited. Uh-huh.
She's in American Animals as younger sister, uncredited. She was in 2 episodes of People Magazine Investigates.
Okay.
One as Miranda Gaddis and another as Young Ape.
Okay.
The Adventures of ARI, My Robot Friend, another film company that made C.I.Ape, as Bethany.
Bethany.
And yeah, C.I.Ape was her most recent thing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So like, I'd imagine she's probably been studying the past couple of years.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. But still,
that probably takes precedence.
Yeah. Still, though, I mean, these roles.
I found her resume.
Okay.
Yes, the North Carolina agency has her resume up there. If you Google her, you'll find it
on her. So it's not on her IMDb page.
No, but like it lists all the same things there. Yeah,
Okay.
Actors Access. Yeah, Carolina Talent US shows Sophia SAG-AFTRA eligible.
Sure.
She's not actually in SAG yet, but she's eligible.
She's eligible.
And it has a link to her Actors Access resume. And it says, film, C.I.Ape, lead. Adventures of Ari, lead. Funny Runs was a short film, lead. Avarice Snare, I'm pretty sure that's a short film, supporting.
Mm-hmm.
TV New Media, People at Magazine Investigates, It's Supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
Voiceover, VBS Game On, the musical web series, a guest star.
Okay.
She actually has a lot from musical theater, but she did say she did do that back when she was a literal child.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, she was in Seussical, Annie Jr., Doo-Wop, Wed, Riding Hood.
Ooh, I was in Seussical back in my day, too.
She was in Midsummer Night's Dream.
Okay.
She was in Pippin.
Sure.
She actually had lead roles in musicals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she played JoJo in Seussical, Grace and Annie, the Evil Queen in Doo-Wop, Wed, Riding Hood.
Okay.
Anna's mom in Because of Mr. Terept.
Uh-huh.
The Wood God in Ice Wolf. She was Rainbow Beard in Pirates.
Okay.
And Willow in Midsummer Night's Dream.
Okay, yeah, some of these I've heard of. Okay.
Good news. She is fully vaccinated.
Okay. That's right, 2021. That's when C.I.Ape came out.
So, we're aware. She is 5'4".
Okay.
Honestly, I thought she'd be taller.
Well,
C.I.Ape made her look taller. I guess because she's sitting next to a monkey the whole time.
Yeah, the monkey's a manlet, okay? He's not that tall.
And like there's a lot of like her there's like either videos of C.I.Ape footage or like her like doing golf or wakeboarding.
This sounds awesome. This sounds like sounds like a MySpace page.
There was some commercials she was in for Party Pop Teenies and Easy Inflatables.
Party Pop Teenies.
It was probably like a toy that came out in like 2017 or something. I don't know.
Sure.
It probably aired on Cartoon Network.
I wouldn't doubt it.
The main character of the movie is not on the Letterboxd page, but it is on IMDb. And I found out way too much about Sophia Alongi this morning.
Well, hey, you know what? This is important information that Letterboxd is suppressing, so we got to get it out there somehow.
Letterboxd editors, put her on the page. Because the only movie she even has on her Letterboxd page is Ari. It doesn't mention that she's in this movie at all.
When she's the main character.
Yeah. put some respect on our girl Sophia's name, I guess.
She's a marine biologist almost.
Were we supposed to be talking about Skip?
Oh yeah, Skip. Yeah, what's his deal?
I mean, those the two real movies he did, and then he did stuff like this, like C.I.Ape, The Sneak Over, which has a logo that looks like Stranger Things.
I noticed that
Guardians of Time,
Mm-hmm.
Joey and Ella, Breaking Them Up, Ape Canyon, and there's one that has that I want to put an asterisk on because there's a conversation we had here.
Yes.
C.I.Ape Mission Devious.
Right.
There's an asterisk. I'm going to put an asterisk on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because C.I.Ape Mission Devious does not show up on Skip's IMDb page.
Right. Yeah.
And I think I know the reason why.
Why is that?
Okay, so I did some digging on Mission Devious.
Okay.
And what I found is that let's actually push back a little bit. So the video we made, that James did, that you and me edited for.
Yes, correct.
Because we worked together on that, yeah.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, didn't Skip contact James at one point?
I feel like he did, because remember,
I think that happened.
The big one was that Lake Michigan Monster video came out, and Ryland contacted him. I feel like Skip did contact.
Yes,
I don't remember.
And he also loved the video, if I remember correctly.
I mean, because we praised it.
So after that point, I believe a change.org petition went up to help make it so that someone could see it, to help give funding to a C.I.Ape 2. And the petition was by someone under the name of Alpha Dog. At some point, that change.org petition added a GoFundMe link to help actually get funding for the movie. And looking at that, it was indeed Skip trying to fund the movie. And at some point, he actually said that he found someone who was willing to finance the movie. And then he said, follow my YouTube channel for updates on the production. So I went to go click on the link to find that YouTube channel. This happened back in 2023. I clicked on that link like a day or two ago. This channel does not exist.
No, say it ain't so, William. No.
So I think what happened here is, after a certain point, they had an epiphany. They had a realization. The realization being that C.I.Ape is a family-friendly adventure film for 7-year-olds that got popular with a group of irony-poisoned 20 to 30-somethings on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
If you're making a sequel to that, who is your audience?
Oh, no.
At which point you realize you can't actually make a family-friendly adventure film with the intended audience of irony-poisoned 20 to 35-year-olds.
Yeah.
And I think that's not a winning idea, and I think they realized that. So I look at Skip's IMDb page, and I see listed in upcoming a film called The Supervillain in pre-production, slated for 2026.
Oh, okay. So this does have a hopeful ending.
Yeah, I click on that page. There is a poster up, which I'm pretty sure is just Skip in the Alpha Dog costume, but you don't see him, just see his legs.
Okay.
It says, comedy. A teenage secret agent teams up with a delightfully chaotic supervillain to stop a mad genius from destroying the multiverse. Director, writer, star, Skip Schwink.
Okay.
I think what may be happening here is they realized that, and they said, what the thing people liked was Alpha Dog, so why don't we lean into that and make a supervillain movie? Now, there isn't a whole lot here. This might still be a family film, but I think that premise could also still work on that and still get some yucks for everyone else.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I feel like the correct thing to do here is that if you are trying to capitalize on Alpha Dog from C.I.Ape, I think what you need to do is you have to realize you're not aiming for that family-friendly audience. That what this should actually be is like a Neil Stryker, Kung Fury, Psycho Gorman type beat.
Absolutely, yeah.
You lean into that audience. Now, we don't know much about this because all it says is comedy in that one sentence plot synopsis.
Yeah, and comedy comes with huge asterisks with that one.
That can mean anything.
Right, yeah, that's a very wide margin.
Yeah, But like, if this is going more, if he is capitalizing on that popularity, I think this is the better way to do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's completely fair.
Yeah, I don't think a C.I.Ape 2 would actually work.
Mm.
But if you're doing a super villain movie with Alpha Dog as the actual main lead, or someone like Alpha Dog, that's a better pitch.
I mean, hey,
I think that's the correct play.
Yeah, and you know what? That the writer, director, actor, like the threefer with that one, that gives me hope too, because he actually gives a shit about this. It's like, okay,
yeah,
there might be something special here then.
Yeah, let me look. Can I get a bigger picture of that poster here? Oh, this is wonderful.
Oh,
this is a great image.
You gotta post this.
I saw the poster, but I didn't read it until now. All will bow at the feet of the supervillain. He's not just one supervillain. He's all of them.
Oh, what is this?
He's not just one supervillain. He's all of them.
Interesting. What could that mean?
I think it means he's epic and awesome and cool.
I mean, no doubt, but still, it's like interesting. Yeah. No, this is good news. This is absolutely 100% good news. Please, I hope he's listening.
If you're listening, you gotta own this. We're looking forward to it. We're rooting for you,
dude. I will watch it day one, unless I'm busy that day, in which case I'll watch it day two.
I don't think this is going to theaters. I think we'll watch it day it comes out at Walmart. But we'll still watch it.
Absolutely.
Like, I think you got the right idea here. If what you're doing is you're going for that like cult audience, I think you have a good idea here. Yes. I think this can work.
Yes,
I think you do have to actually though realize who that audience is.
Yeah, but either way, I'm 100% down for this. I'm so glad that, like I said, there is a hopeful ending. I won't say a straight up happy ending to this because again, the movie's not out yet. But there is a hopeful ending to this. I'm filled with hope,
and I think that is the better idea if that's what's happening.
Absolutely,
because I feel like if we unironically get C.I.Ape 2, I feel like the joke already happened.
Right? Yeah.
It wouldn't be. It doesn't have the same soul as the original. And you can only really get that irony once.
Yeah, lightning in a bottle after all.
So, but yeah, now actually talking about the movie. This is the worst episode. It's great. I mean, he's the one he's the most entertaining person by far.
Absolutely.
Like, he shows up in that goddamn leather outfit, like the stereotypical M. Bison outfit. It's just like
nostalgia critic in Kick-Ass, yeah.
Yeah. His plan is to build robot dogs to take over the world.
Yep.
But he also needs to learn to spend time with his daughter more.
See, this movie has heart, William.
It does. Also, he gets to like fuck around with some other incredibly wonderful villain characters like Chrome Dome and the Queen Evil.
The Forehead.
Yeah. The red lady that I forgot the name of.
Crimson something or other. Lady Crimson.
So Chrome Dome is just Pitbull, right?
Yeah, he's Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah. Because like his henchmen are like all like in rapper get-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
It's clearly just Pitbull.
Clearly. It could not be any clearer.
Yeah. We at the Hotel Motel Holiday Inn. Isn't it hilarious that that Chavrellis hit 2 million the same week we have to talk about C.I.Ape?
It's like we said, poetic.
Yeah, like of course it happened at the same time.
Yeah, I mean this was all for episode 150. Just him hitting 2 million is just an added bonus.
So the actual plot of the movie, to actually talk about the movie for real. So there's this agency called Jungle that is like contracted by the CIA, I guess. And their main agent is Sam, the monkey. And basically they have to stop Alpha Dog from taking over the world with his 2 dog robots.
Yes, that's the plot.
So what actually ends up happening is he goes to Alpha Dog Island and befriends Alpha Dog's daughter, who is unhappy because her dad is so busy working all the time trying to take over
I mean, yeah, it's a very busy job taking over the
And
world.
also yelling at the chef, telling him he's nobody.
Because he couldn't find pistachios for the pistachio ice cream.
Yeah. That chef, there's like that entire scene, just the chef like molding that serves no purpose in actually advancing the plot, is just there to be funny.
I mean, yeah, because he literally stuffs his face with cupcakes. It's great.
There's also that other scene later on with like the 3 other random teenagers talking about frozen pizza, which does serve the purpose of illustrating the whole point of, oh, we're gonna bug the dogs and blow them up.
Yes.
But it's just these 3 random teenagers talking about frozen pizza.
Yeah.
And apparently the president is breathing down the sheep's throat. And it came out in 2021, but I have to imagine the film was written in 2020.
Yeah.
So I'm just imagining Trump yelling at this bald dude saying, you gotta stop the guy with the dog. You gotta stop the dog guy. It's gonna ruin everything. We're gonna have to put... Everyone knows that the dogs are going to take over the world if we don't stop him.
Yeah.
We're putting 150% tariffs on Petco.
I'm sending the monkey. He's gonna beat up the dog. Okay, Alpha Dog.
I'm gonna go golfing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go golfing. You deal with Alpha Bitch or whatever his name is.
I don't want to see those dogs on my golf course.
Yeah, no dogs, no robot dogs. The robot dogs will be out when it's out, and we like that. It'll be out when it's out.
No dogs to get me. Everyone knows that.
I have the best dog avoiding.
Joe Biden wouldn't. If Joe Biden was here, there would be dogs everywhere if Joe Biden was here.
Hey, man.
Everyone knows it.
Hey, dog.
It's true.
Listen, fat. All right, I love the dogs. Okay, what do you want from me? America loves dogs. Okay, we love dogs.
What? And then Jimmy Carter walks up. It's actually Skip Strink. Oh no, Jimmy's dead now. I forgot.
He's history's greatest monster.
No, he's not.
I'm quoting The Simpsons.
I know. What'd the peanut guy do?
He planted his peanuts went sour.
Oh no! Like the milk, like the sour milk in C.I.Ape.
Yeah. What else happened in C.I.Ape? Nothing.
There's like the Bonnie's co-worker who has a crush on her. No, but not. Yeah. Bonnie's co-worker. Yeah.
Yeah. Rebecca's
and,
the daughter.
A scene where, and and then Sam the ape writes her phone number on the frisbee to give it to him. Imagine if he just like doxed them. Had this frisbee belongs to Bondi Aloysius, whatever her last name is. Her complete home address, phone number, IP address. Here are exact coordinates in 5 minutes from now.
And he doesn't get the frisbee. it gets picked up by a stranger.
It gets picked up by Alpha Dog.
Ooh, there you go. Now that's a movie.
The Rhino the launch codes on frisbees. The dogs are putting the launch codes on frisbees. They're gonna give them to Putin. It's true.
They asked me why I put the launch codes on a frisbee. I said, frisbee, far out. They can't reach the frisbee. I threw it over there. They can't reach the launch codes now.
Can't get them out of reach. That's how it works. Everyone knows it. It's true.
Yeah.
They'd have to climb over the Capitol walls to get them. No one does that.
No, but wait a minute.
They're all those people that climbed over, very fine people. They just wanted to play frisbee, nothing else. They weren't even looking at the bottom. Where was Alpha Dog on January 6th? Well, he was loitering. That's why.
He was loitering. That's right. Yeah. So
he was arrested twice for loitering.
Yeah, he couldn't be there. He wanted to be there, but he was arrested for loitering twice.
Where was Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks on January 6th?
Oh, he was absolutely in AOC's office. Yeah. Let's not kid ourselves.
In the words of the Donald, you're fired.
Yeah. Alvin absolutely was at AOC's office on January 6th.
Yeah, but it's okay. She won him over by giving him a bag of cheese balls.
Oh, good. Yeah. So it all worked out.
Honestly, Alvin would just go whoever the highest bidder is. Let's be real.
Oh, yeah. Undoubtedly.
It's like Alvin walks up holding the fucking and zip ties. AOC is just okay, hear me out, though. And just turns on an Xbox. Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. You got Among Us on here?
You just... AOC and Alvin playing Among Us.
See, that's what the country needs to do to unite, okay?
AOC is a sussy baka. I'm
Al-
not the imposter.
Alvin, why would you say that?
But Matt, just what is this episode?
A good one. So William, okay, back on track. Do you have this movie on DVD? You do.
Yes, it's how we watched it the first time.
That's right. Yeah, you keeping the DVD?
I mean, it's in a binder.
Right.
But we did talk about how the movie ends. They
Okay.
on the dogs and they explode, and Alpha Dog realizes he has to spend more time with his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dr. Devious, who we haven't talked about yet, goes to jail, I guess.
He goes to jail.
And Rebecca becomes friends with the main people.
They all become friends.
And then the monkey is wearing the Suns Out, Fun's Out t-shirt.
Dude, that is the absolute best image, is him in the fucking Suns Out, Fun's Out tank top.
Just doing the finger guns.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the thumbnail.
There's a subplot about Bonnie's parents getting divorced.
Yeah.
And she's unhappy that they're getting divorced.
Mm-hmm, naturally.
There is no resolution.
Nope. That's for C.I.Ape too, dude.
Well, that's for the supervillain now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's for the supervillain.
Yeah.
Super divorce.
Fuck.
What could be worse than divorce? Super divorce.
Oh, fuck. We got divorced twice?
Wait,
we only got married once.
Right, so it cancels out, so you're married again.
Oh, thank goodness. Shit, I'm married again to my bitch wife. Fuck.
Now I know why I got divorced once.
We gotta get divorced again.
Oh no, I'm married again.
Oh, no.
It's a never-ending cycle.
We have to get super married?
Take that, my bitch wife.
I fucked your wife.
You do that a lot, don't you?
It's this is completely unrelated to. So me and my friends started a Pathfinder campaign recently,
mm-hmm.
and one of them is playing a character who's a pirate, and the other is playing a character who is looking for her wife, who is a prostitute.
Sure.
And like they're trying to establish, like, hey, would we like? There's like the conversation of, hey, do you know anything about this? And just based on like locations, and it's like, DM, would I know anything about this? So it's like, you know what, like, so you do stuff like that. So she asked, hey, would you have spent? Would this person, do you know them? Roll for it. Yeah, I do know them. Did she accompany you at any point? Roll for it. Roll it enough to say yes. Oh. I guess I fucked your wife. So yesterday was the last session, and he actually made a prop card to ring out at one point. At some point, he ducks into a store to get supplies, comes back out with a card, and saying, I know we may have gotten off the wrong foot and may have that awkwardness, so I would like to apologize. And he hands her a card saying, Dear Raina, opens it up. And everything is spelled wrong, by the way. So he opens up the card. Sorry for floor blursting your wife. Sad face. And on the other page, a drawing of stick figures in a very compromising position with arrows pointing me, your wife, getting absolutely floor worsted.
Oh, just like the shirt in basketball.
It was one of the greatest things that's ever happened in a top session with my friends.
That's incredible.
He had that fucking card with him all night just for that one moment.
Just for that one moment. Now that's dedication to fucking another person's wife.
Yeah. Well, it's like that was not something that was planned. It's just, we both went to this area, and you're a pirate, which means you probably would be with a prostitute at some point. Hey, do you know my wife? Rolls. Yeah, actually, that name does sound familiar. Did she accompany you? And accompany in quotes? Rolls for it. Yeah, they did. That was my wife. Oh, no.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, no. It's okay. That session ended with him falling down a well because a giant demon.
Okay. So it all worked out.
It's okay, though. It's okay. We absolutely fucked the demon.
I mean, yeah.
That was planned to be like a big major encounter with two meaningful enemies. Multiple crits happen and they just fucking die. I guess we win.
I guess
There's a
so.
lot of dead bodies down here, though. Also, the friend's character who had their wife get fucked can see ghosts.
Okay, see dead people, of course.
And also, I'm a monkey.
Well, that goes without saying, William.
I'm not involved in that part of the storyline, but I just wanted to set the record straight that I'm playing a monkey.
Hmm.
I have a loot.
I mean, come on, it's you. You're the monkey guy.
Well, originally I wanted to be like one of the rhino people with a bard, but then I found out there was a monkey race. Like,
Yeah. You can't not be a monkey.
well, I mean, if he dies, then I pick something else.
Yeah, then you choose the rhino people.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then it all works out then.
Or it could be C.I.Ape, you never know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, C.I.Ape DVD. Oh, I need to tell you my C.I.Ape DVD story.
You bought it.
I did buy it. Specifically to own C.I.Ape. So I found it one day on the Target website. It was literally the only website I could find a DVD copy of C.I.Ape was on the Target website. And I thought, well, I have to get it. Unfortunately, I couldn't just buy it on its own. Target was like, you can buy this, but it needs to be with a purchase $30 or more or something like that. I don't really remember the specifics, but I just couldn't buy it on its own. Target was not willing to ship the C.I.Ape DVD on its own to my house. They're like, you got to include something else in this purchase. And so I did find something else to purchase with it, and that is the Planet of the Apes Blu-ray box set.
Oh, okay.
And so now the only reason I have that is because of C.I.Ape. Literally, I love the Planet of the Apes movies. That's not true. I love some of the Planet of the Apes movies, but the only reason I was able to watch all of them is because of C.I.Ape. So now the Planet of the Apes episode can happen someday. 5 years from now, I guess. I don't know, some point. But this episode would not be possible without Planet of the Apes. So thank you, Planet of the Apes. Thank you, Charlton Heston.
Thank you. What's the guy who directed C.I.Ape? Thank you, Ali Zamani. For letting Hal watch Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, finally.
Oh, by the way, do you want to know what the director of C.I.Ape did besides C.I.Ape?
Yeah, he did a couple of things. I don't remember the names of any of them.
Well, first of all, C.I.Ape is his most watched movie on Letterboxd.
Naturally.
At only 1,000.1K logs.
All Schaefer-less fans.
The other movies he's done: Incision, Angels Fallen.
Yeah.
Angels Fallen, Warriors of Peace.
Of course.
The poster of this one says Nightmare Student, but the title on Letterboxd is Twisted Little Lies.
Okay.
Euro Club, which shows the back of a woman in only a bikini bottom, and you don't see anything else.
Okay, tantalizing.
Yeah. Mall Dogs, spelled M-A-U-L. And Opus of an Angel.
What a filmography, man.
What a legend. I'll post the picture of all that there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like how on the DVD it says directed by AZ. Ali Zamani, but he's credited as AZ on the DVD, so directed by Arizona.
Also, there are two different Ace Entertainments that have different things. Like, some of them are crossing over, but not all of them do. There's Ace Entertainment and Ace Entertainment Films. Ace Entertainment has #horror, C.I.Ape, Vampire Virus,
yes,
Adventures of Rufus the Fantastic Pet, Night Harvest, The Adventure of Ari, My Robot Friend,
yep,
and Channeling.
Okay.
And Ace Entertainment Films has C.I.Ape,
yes.
Gods of the Deep,
yep,
Ghoster, Guardians of Time.
I've seen Ghoster.
Guardians of Time, Children of the Night, The Quest for Tom Sawyer's Gold,
okay,
Joey and Ella, The Adventure of Jurassic Pet Return to the Wild, and The Magician's Raincoat.
Okay then. Interesting. I have seen Ghoster. I think I remember watching that in my server years ago, literally just because it said from the creators of C.I.Ape, and I go, I mean, I have to see this. I have not seen it since, whereas, again, I've seen C.I.Ape multiple times since then, so clearly C.I.Ape was the better product.
Hold up. Spoken languages: Danish, English, Spanish.
Really?
Danish. When do they speak Danish in C.I.Ape?
I don't know. Did they speak Danish?
Maybe this is a Danish dub available.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Denmark. Very cool.
Yeah, the only people on Letterboxd that is listed for cast are Angel Rosario Jr., who is Chrome Dome.
Yes.
Madeline Keens as Rebecca. Michelle Sander as Jungle Staff.
Jungle Staff.
Jennifer Rhee as Evil Queen's henchwoman. Leah N.H. Philpott as Queen Evil. And then Skip Shrink.
The goat himself.
They don't even have they don't even have forehead. They don't list like the male coworker dude. They don't list Bondi herself. They don't list the C.I.Ape himself.
Yeah, that is bizarre. I don't know what is going on over on Letterboxd. Come on, like get it together.
I don't know, but apparently this movie got released in theaters in Russia and Czechia.
I was just gonna say that fucking Czechia and Russia. In Russia, it's rated 12+.
What is so objectable about C.I.Ape that you can't let a 10-year-old watch it unsupervised in Russia?
I mean, come on, William. It's very violent.
Is it because they mention America?
Maybe that's what it is. Oh, this movie mentions America? No, thank you. I'm not letting my children watch it unsupervised.
We must check to see if the C.I.Ape wants to write down the launch codes on a frisbee.
He would do that.
He wouldn't turn the key, though.
No, he wouldn't turn the key.
You know what that reminds me of? So Godzilla 1984.
Yeah.
So there's famously a scene in the original film. They have ambassadors from both America and Russia come to Japan to talk about Godzilla. And of course, America wants to nuke Godzilla.
Sure.
And both of them actually want to nuke Godzilla, both America and Russia.
Yeah.
It was 1984.
1984, yeah. The Cold War was back up.
Japan is very obviously against it.
Yeah, no thank you.
At one point, things get fucky, and the bombs, a nuclear missile accidentally is about to starts to count down, and there's a Russian guy who finds out it's about to be launched, oh no, we can't let that happen. Abort mission, and attempts to run over there to stop it from getting launched, but is killed by Godzilla before he is able to stop the missile. In the American edited version of the film Godzilla 1985, they re-edit that scene to make it look like with his last breath, he launched the missile on purpose.
Interesting. Oh, okay. So they didn't even edit it in a way where they can make the American guy look change his I don't know, allegiance to America.
They made it. Yeah, they made it so that that the Russian guy is now the enemy trying to launch the missile.
Oh, interesting. I mean, it was the 80s. Yeah, okay. Then that makes a lot more sense.
It's also the version of the movie that has Raymond Burr added back in, and also Dr. Pepper.
That is so funny that Raymond Burr got to come back for the Americanized version of Godzilla in the 80s.
And he's the only American that's also taking it seriously.
I mean, yeah, because Raymond Burr is
good on him.
Yeah, no, he's a great actor. Great actor, Raymond Burr. But also, that is so funny.
Because that version they petition as a direct sequel to the American edited version.
Right.
Which, I mean, granted, 84 is positioned as a sequel to the 54 film.
Right. So
because it's a continuity reboot.
So naturally, you would do that with the American edited version from 56 with the American version.
Though they try to make it sound as if it's the same exact Godzilla,
which is
that survived.
Hilarious. You survived becoming a skeleton, huh?
Yes. They said, they never did find a body. Yeah, because it completely dissolved.
Yeah, we saw it with our own eyes. He turned into a skeleton.
Whereas in any other version of the character that is a sequel to the original film, it's just a second one.
It's just a second Godzilla, Mr. President. A second Godzilla.
Hey, you know how we were supposed to stop launching bombs? We didn't stop, and now there's a second one. Oops.
Oopsie doopsie.
That is just the explanation that we fucked up, and there's another one.
I mean, yeah, that's totally in line for Godzilla.
The 54 one is always dead. I feel like we've talked about Godzilla more in this episode than C.I.Ape, and half of that was because we were talking about ice cream.
I mean, yeah, but was it pistachio ice cream?
No, it was vanilla ice cream that had chocolate monkeys in it,
Oh,
lizards in it.
oh, we know where your mind's always at, William.
Who was that chunky chocolate monkey?
Huh. But you know what? It's
Honestly,
okay.
the MonsterVerse should do that shit again.
What, Chocolate Godzilla?
The MonsterVerse should have like different ice cream flavors for them in stores. They should just put them on everything. Be
Yeah.
really annoying about it.
Well, they had different sodas when XCon New
at
Empire
like
was coming out.
FYE. At like FYE.
Yeah.
But like no, I mean like at like Walmart, Target,
sure.
go like do the 90s approach again and just be really annoying.
Yeah, go all out with it. Yeah, I mean at this point, why not? You know?
Just say fuck it, do it anyway, be really funny.
Live a little.
Yeah. Just go all in, baby. Make it so that it's profitable.
I'd like to see that. It would be annoying, yes, but I'd like to see that.
Hey, if we're gonna bring Space Godzilla in, the normies gotta learn.
The normies do have to learn. Yes, we need to learn that. Yeah.
Because, like, I bet you that most of the people that watch the MonsterVerse casually don't know that Space Godzilla is a thing that exists.
Right, exactly. They go, America ruined Godzilla, made him a joke. It's like, come on, guys. Where have you been the past 70 years?
They didn't make him a joke. They just don't care enough to actually try.
Well, yeah, that too.
But, like, I want to see the initial reactions of people who don't know any series other than MonsterVerse. That, like, Space Godzilla shows up in the first trailer, like, they made a Space Godzilla? Yeah, they did that 30 years ago. Wait, what? Yeah,
Always
this is a pre-established character.
Yeah.
He's been around since the 90s. He's in the video games. And then they just short circuit.
Yeah, short circuit.
My question is, how the hell do they even explain him in the MonsterVerse, though?
Aliens.
I mean, yes, but like, is he just the Gigan or Ghidorah time that he just aliens show up? Here's our Space Godzilla. But why is it called Space Godzilla? It just is.
Yeah. There's gonna be a moment when I don't know, fucking what's his name, the dentist guy, is just like, he's like a Space Godzilla.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what Space Godzilla's origin is in the actual movie?
I didn't get to the Heisei era. I only have seen the Showa era, and I don't remember anything about the Showa era.
Well, it's not. Well, there's no continuity, so
right, exactly. So no, I don't
know. After the events of both Biollante and versus Mothra, both of those monsters go into space for different reasons because Biollante can turn into spores and go hang out, and Mothra leaves Earth to go stop a meteor in like 4 years.
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
And the bit is that after the fights with Godzilla, I guess Biollante already has Godzilla DNA in her, but like Mothra had like chunks of like Godzilla DNA just stuck on her after fighting him.
Naturally.
And the Godzilla DNA chunks fall off of them in space and get sucked into a black hole. And then the Godzilla DNA mutates inside of the black hole and creates Space Godzilla. Who then decides, I'm now going to go to Earth. So he flies to Earth because he has magical telekinetic crystal power.
Naturally.
Yes, he is psychic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And flies to Earth, and then he kidnaps Godzilla's son.
Junior? Oh no, not Junior.
One of my favorite things is like one of the Godzilla fan wikis is the trivia track saying Space Godzilla is one of the first monsters to damage Godzilla emotionally by stealing his son.
I mean, that's true.
I'm gonna attack you emotionally.
Yeah, motherfucker.
So I'm just like, so how are they even gonna offer an explanation for Space Godzilla? Is he just gonna already exist?
Right, okay, so that's
is he gonna be a mutant? Like, how does this happen?
Godzilla once hocked a loogie so far into space that his DNA merged with a black hole.
This is also why I'm partially not 100% convinced they're do Space Godzilla. I think it still just might be the Cloverfield monster effect. corpse.
Oh, okay.
As is always.
Right, yeah.
Or it could be Gigan, which would also be neat.
Right.
You don't need an explanation for that one. He just is.
Good old Sawbelly.
Why does he have a buzzsaw on him? Don't worry.
We don't need to explain. It's just cool.
I mean, they never explained in the other movies either.
No, because it's cool.
It's just assumed that, like, well, he's a cyborg. Someone put it there.
Somebody put it there at some point.
I mean, there are alien villains in his movies, so, like, it's assumed they gave him the buzzsaw.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be really funny if we put a saw in his belly? By George, you've got it!
That'll kill the shit out of the other lizard. And it almost did.
Yeah.
And then it didn't.
And then it didn't.
We should put a saw in C.I.Ape's belly.
There you go.
Alpha Dog, come here. I want to give you a hug.
I fell for the oldest trick in the book.
The saw belly routine, of course.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Did we even accomplish anything in this episode?
I mean, probably not, but you know what? I'm keeping the DVD anyway, William.
This was the most we just fuck around and talk about shit episode of the podcast. Happy 150. Here's the Q&A, fuckers.
We'll be right back.
Hello, this is Slice King, and you are watching Too Many Movies, episode 150.
Holy shit, Beast. Is that 150 episodes of Too Many Movies?
So, Hal, you've reached 150 episodes of Too Many Movies. Yet, you haven't covered Spaceballs yet. What a sick joke.
Hey Hal, so in one of your podcast episodes, I saw a Thomas DVD that looks like the Thomas Christmas Wonderland DVD that was from season 4. So, when are you gonna talk about that DVD?
Hi, my name is Chaos Beetle Frontiers, and you're watching The Next Big Wild Robot 6 out of 10.
You are listening to episode 150 of Too Many Movies.
Well, maybe the real Too Many Movies. For the occasional chapsticks we made along the way.
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and chill! Get ready for the episode 150 of Active Service here at the Too Many Movies podcast! Prepare to spend another evening seeing the unseeable and laugh to the unlaughable to pave the way for humanity's greatest achievement of YouTube entertainment! Be ready to give your attention to enhance our beloved space from the vile and barbaric loner!
You are watching the 150th episode of the podcast that talked about the Venom trilogy 6 months ago. Don't think it, don't say it, don't think it, don't say it.
Hello, this is Terminal, and you're watching episode 150 of Too Many Movies. Get me off this fucking cruise ship right now! I've been stuck on this cruise ship for 2 whole days. 2 whole fucking days! And I've not been able to watch Andrew John because of lack of Wi-Fi. It's been gotten so bad to the point that I've been having dreams of getting FNAF plushies. It's only to wake up into this terrible reality of being on a fucking cruise ship. People say, oh, a cruise is so nice, it's so fun. Well, you can't watch Andrew John on there, Dave. Hell, I even borrowed Israel's PC just so I can watch Andrew John on the cruise, but due to the lack of Wi-Fi, I got so angry to the point that I accidentally threw it overboard. So now meaning that I accidentally fucking broke Israel's PC.
Too many movies. They should bring it back.
Ain't no way we got 150 episodes of Too Many Movies before Israel PC.
Everybody point and laugh at James.
Is it time we're starting the Q&A?
We were starting at 7. Hey, look at that! It's 7 o'clock. And hey, look at that! I've already started.
7:01
recording.
actually.
I'll 7:01 you, Mister.
Oh, I see how it
I'll
is.
get you and look like a bloody accident.
I'll 7:47 you, Mister.
Oh.
He's not airplane proof, but he does have a lobby.
Yeah.
Wait,
Anyway.
whose mom you said you're gonna 701?
I'm gonna 7:01 somebody's mom.
That was Hal.
Yeah. All right.
701 of your mom.
I think we
701
have
your
plenty of
mom.
questions there. All right, great. I think we're ready to go.
Where are the questions again?
They're on the.
Get started.
Oh, see, this is I know how this works. William, go post your question in the community post.
No, I don't feel like it.
Okay, not this year. Okay.
What's the point of you then?
A pencil.
Yeah. Pointing
You
you.
aren't even good at that.
Oh, pen.
You know, the Soviets used a pencil in space. Well, the Americans invented a pen that was specially for space, but the Soviets used a pencil. Oh, that shut you guys up real good. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like, I guess if you want to say it like that, but like,
It didn't shut me up. I just wasn't paying attention.
All right, good. We're starting now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the Q&A section of episode 150, where we get to answer questions. I have a question. Who's with me here right now? I'm going to go in order of how I see it. Buster, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Buster. I edit for James, and I've been on this podcast before.
Lazy, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lazy.
Okay. Lily. There we go. Olivia.
Hi, Barbies. I'm here this year. Yippee!
Yeah, you made it, swine.
Yo, what's up? Last time I celebrated 150th birthday, it turned out the person was dead. That was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
70 years.
Yeah. William.
I was just here.
Okay, well now you're here again. And Yin said.
Where is my flowers? Prego, cappuccino.
I see Yinsid is without papers.
Yeah, I'm illegal. Don't tell the government.
All right, first question comes to us from Lord Ketchup. How do you like your quesadillas prepared? Cooked.
I like
however
them when
they
they
hand
have
them to me.
cheese and chicken.
With cheese and mild sauce.
Cheese.
Because I'm white.
Grommet.
Cheese, grommet.
I don't care as
We
long as
got
it's
to have the
edible.
cheese.
I should add chicken to quesadillas. That sounds good.
Don't worry about it.
Never thought
Everything's
of
good
that.
with guac on it. Just give me some guac.
I don't like guac.
I don't like guac that much.
What?
I like these quesadillas.
Hal, you have to
It's
refresh.
intolerable. Get him out of here.
I have to refresh.
Yes, Biff Weed stuck a question in right under our noses.
Okay.
Thanks, Biff.
Oh,
No, just because he refreshed it, answer his question next.
Classic Biff. Classic Biff. Late Biff asking the fucking 8 Crazy Nights question. Oh, it's not 8 Crazy Nights question. Okay.
Great Biff, late Biff.
9
late,
crazy nights.
late to the party. We call him 9 Crazy Nights Biff because he's late.
You don't look gay.
I want to comment another question, but I don't know what
You had
to
8
write.
days to show up. You had 8 days to show up
ask
to
what
Hanukkah.
questions
chose
did you
one.
ask?
Anyway.
A day late still.
All right.
We'll see.
All right, let's ask Biff's question. What's your favorite and least favorite Simpsons episode? Favorite episode? I don't have one. Least favorite? Also don't have one. All right, I answered the question.
That's a good answer.
Thank you.
I've only seen like a couple of them, and I don't remember anything except probably the one you showed me with Jay Sherman in it. So probably that one.
I showed you that one?
Yeah, no,
There's
me
quite
too.
a-
I haven't seen enough.
No, I
of
showed it, but you were
Simpsons.
also in the call because you wanted me to show it.
No, because it's a great episode. I fucking love The Stars Burns.
Yeah,
There's quite a few I
I
really
like
love
the
actually.
Treehouse of
Exactly.
I like the Treehouse of Horrors, and those are like the only ones I've watched. The Treehouse of Horrors. Those are like for some reason, like I think because I was part of a collab of like, oh, I had to watch a bunch of Treehouse of Horrors.
Mhm.
I just like those episodes.
They're
They're
so
just
good.
always fun time. Even Like, I guess my least favorite would also be a Treehouse of Horror, because that's what the only ones I watch. So, like, just one of the modern ones. Just pick one of the shitty tree houses and just there. That's my least favorite.
Marge, I'm on the iPad.
My
But
favorite,
spooky
A
iPad.
bunch of my favorites would be like Cape Fear,
Robin,
Hurricane
you're
Ned.
square.
I really like Rosebud. That's a really good one. Homer's Enemy is an obvious one, but that's a really phenomenal episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? The
Grow your
limit on
square.
chat wouldn't have worked because Robin is also a mod.
Oh, okay. Hello, Robin. You saying hi in
Robin.
episode
What's up?
150?
Yo, what's happening, dudes? I'm here at MomoCon.
Wow.
Wish y'all could be here.
I am here. I'm on your phone.
We have learned that
You
the
suck us in for
cutoff
free.
doesn't work for me and Robin because the rules don't apply to us.
Well, you know what? That is so you and Robin
Oh,
that the
I
rules don't
always
apply to
have
you
a
guys.
Well, I like coming and dropping just to say hi because, well, again, I'm here at MomoCon for over the weekend. But happy 150 episodes, baby.
Yeah. Miss you,
Good
Robin.
to see you, Robin.
Yeah, good to see you guys too. At the moment, we're just waiting for a lift because me and the gang are going to go get Applebee's soon. So,
ooh, let us
Go
know if you see an
I ain't
apple and
going
or
to
a
stay
bee.
long.
I want
Yeah, well, let's
Applebee's
hope I don't
2
get
weeks ago.
Well, let's hope I don't get food poisoning like I did last time with Applebee's.
can't
when
go
I was
wrong
at
with
TMG
French
last
onion
year.
Yeah. Have a good
I never
time.
tried French
I
onion
couldn't
soup.
come this year, unfortunately, but you have a good time.
The French
Well,
don't do
come-
much right.
come
but
here
they get
next
their
year.
onion soup right.
Oh yeah, I would love to come next year. I was just too busy with
You
stuff
wanna what
this
next
weekend.
year?
But yeah, I'd love to see you
Good.
next year.
Yeah, woo!
Hi, Robin.
Robin, what's your favorite Simpsons episode?
Yeah, what's your favorite Simpsons episode?
Oh yeah.
Fucking Itchy, Scratchy, and Marge or something. I don't know.
That's a good
Just
one.
say Mr. Plow and we'll move on.
I've only seen the first 2 seasons. Running back.
Itchy and Scratchy and Marge is a good one though. That has a good message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything from season 2, really.
Now season 2 has a bunch of good episodes.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Mr. Burns. I believe you have a letter for me. Okay, Mr. Burns, what's your first name?
Burns, what's your first name?
I
don't know.
I don't know.
Great plan,
Great
Bart.
plan, Bart.
Great plan, Bart.
Remember, boy, the family jewels.
Dad.
Oh, I love that one.
I don't have cow, Dad.
Oh, you haven't said that in 4 years.
Oh, $20. I wanted peanuts.
$20 can buy many
$20 can buy
peanuts.
many peanuts.
Explain how.
Money can be
Money can be
exchanged
exchanged
for goods and services.
Woohoo! All right, let's move on. We quote Simpsons enough on this podcast. Let's move on.
All right.
I need
hold on,
to
hold
answer the question.
Oh, okay.
I
What's your
think
Moving
question?
on.
Moving
Moving
on.
Oh.
Season 5, episode 1. I can't remember what the title. The Baby on Board. The Barbershop Quartet.
Homer's Barbershop
That one.
Quartet. Yeah, that's episode 1 of
Oh, that's a
season
great
5.
one,
That's one of
too.
my favorites.
I don't
Yeah,
have a
that's a good one.
specific favorite, which is why I'm going to piss everyone off and say the Lady Gaga episode.
Oh,
Is that
no.
good?
That's the best one.
Alright.
It's Lady Gaga.
That's the best one.
Yeah, the best episode.
I do have
My favorite
ZP
couch
and
snack
JP
is
with
the
me.
TikTok one.
Wake up in the morning feeling like.
Feeling like. Hey, wait a minute.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, be careful. Be careful.
My favorite Simpsons episode is Family Guy Blue Harvest.
I feel like. Yeah, woo,
Yes.
yeah, woo! Blue Harvest, let's go.
It's like Ian wrong. We didn't fix it.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that ZP, Robin?
So what's the next question?
All right, next question. Next question. For real this
allowed to
time.
send emojis.
Are you allowed to send emojis? I
I
don't
want
know.
to throw tomatoes.
Throw your tomato, Queen.
I can't. That's what I'm saying. I can't.
Oh, Lamau. Denied.
Wow.
No tears for you.
Dang.
Hmm.
Do I get an air horn? Yeah. Oh.
That's not an air horn.
There's no like there's no like
in. Oh my god.
there's no like wrong sound effects. God damn it. I want to be like wrong or like I guess I just have to provide
I
it
do want to
myself.
replace my
No, not that one.
movie time one,
No, not that.
especially after
Let's go.
you know.
Who added that one?
I think this is on Wheelie's downboard.
Oh, because you have Nitro, that's it.
Oh god, that's so funny.
Hey, Lily, want to get some authentic Chinese food with me?
From Panda Express, yeah.
Yeah. Play the gong.
Blah.
Next question.
Next question.
All right, this next question comes to us from, hello, I know this person, 9Lee2996. Hey, Lily, is that you?
No.
Oh, okay. When will you do a video on the Astro Boy 2009 movie everyone has yearned for you to review? This is the first time hearing
Okay,
this.
I would actually be willing to be on that episode because I have some choice words for the fans of that movie. Because, oh my god, you guys suck.
All right, I guess episode 151 on Astro Boy 2009.
The movie has
I don't even
fans.
think you have the DVD.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
It does have fans. They
It's
suck.
episode negative 151. Got him.
Yeah.
I asked a question.
Oh, wait.
Oh, we got the wrong. Denied.
Wait, Hal, William, I got something I want to
Sit
tell you.
down.
They have a discotheque booth here.
Discotheque?
Nice.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, they have a discotheque booth here.
Yeah, they were there last year.
We were here last year.
Discotheque always there.
I should come down and check it out.
You should disco your tech.
I don't know.
I was at a disco
should-
party
I should
I think on
panic
the
at the
Sunday night
disco.
last year.
I mean, Brendan Urie.
Yeah, the bagel boy.
Bill Nye's
Next
question.
Next question. Next question. What's the next question? Okay, now we can go in order. All right, this comes to us from.
Question. Why would you answer it?
Fine. I'll ask your question. I'm going out of order for you, Livia.
Thank you.
All right, this question comes to us from Liv
Law and
Mendel,
order.
whoever that is.
Mendel.
Seriously. And you know what, Olivia? I am serious. Do you think I was doing 150 episodes of this podcast as a joke?
With those years, not likely.
Wrong.
Dude, I just saw someone walk by with a Lady Bo shirt, and it was from the Yeti. I'm so mad. I want that.
The Yeti?
Yeti these nuts.
It's a,
It's
it's like a website.
yeah.
It's like it's like a.
I know
it's
what
like
the
a
Yeti is. They were
website.
at Combo
I
Breaker
don't.
too.
I'm being educated. I'm an old man.
That's the question I asked.
All right, I answered your question. I am
No,
serious.
there's another one I asked.
There's another one? The fuck?
I just put it in a couple minutes ago.
You and your questions. All right.
How about you answer? How about you
All
ask
two
all
of
the
them.
questions then,
All
and then end it from here.
All right, here we go.
All right, gangs, we're heading off to Applebee's. I'll see y'all later.
Have fun,
Happy
dude.
150.
Yeah. Woo!
See ya.
Yeah, this episode is a lot of fun. Okay, this episode. Fuck. This question.
This episode is brought to you by.
This episode is brought to you my nuts.
Funding for too many movies is provided by
My nuts. All right. Favorite Robert Pattinson movie. That comes to us from Liv Mendel, whoever that is.
It's Tenet, right?
Robert.
It's Tenet, right?
The 9/11 one.
Yeah. Yeah. The 9/11
Twilight.
one's pretty good too. If I had to,
Mickey 11.
Yeah, McLovin, sure. Wait, he wasn't in Superbad.
No, he wasn't super bad.
Oh, he was. He played Jonah
He
Hill.
wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't.
Yeah, it was Jonah Hill.
No.
Brian Pattinson was Jonah Hill the entire time.
Oh.
That's Robert. Yeah, in 21 Jump Street, that's Jonah. That's actually Robert Pattinson.
I believe it.
You're gonna fuck up your own joke.
Twilight 2.
Muhammad's the
Well,
most
'cause
popular man in the
that
work.
one.
Read a fucking book.
That's a very
Have you ever seen
specific.
Jonah Hill and Robert Pattinson in the same place at the same time before? No, you haven't.
Okay, I'm gonna Google an image right now to make that point mute.
Yeah.
Next
Jonah Hill-
question.
No, I haven't. I haven't even
What's the
answered this.
Batman?
Next
Mine's the
question.
Batman.
Okay. My
And
favorite
Robert Pattinson desperately needs a New York hot dog.
for realsies. My favorite Robert Pattinson movie is The Lighthouse. For realsies.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
You know, every full moon, Robert Pattinson turns into Jonah Hill.
Okay.
All right.
That's his
Anyway.
superhero
Mickey
power.
17.
Second,
RIP.
my second one is Fear and Shame.
Well,
aka
because you have
Marvel
fear and
Pattinson desperately
shame.
needs a New York City hot dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't know where
that's
the
a
hot
good one.
dog's from.
Next question.
Yeah,
For
next
real
question.
this time.
Next question. Next question, everybody.
Next question.
Next
Not my
question.
whisper.
All right.
Next question.
This comes to us from Shark Repellent Bat Spray, also known as Matt B.
Ah, my favorite.
He's been on the podcast before. We love Matt. Much like how I was introduced to Disney through Kingdom Hearts, are there any popular pieces of media you were introduced to through very unconventional means?
The Simpsons.
Okay, how were you introduced to The
Wrestling.
Simpsons?
The Simpsons.
Oh. That is unconventional.
Is YTP an unconventional means?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Is it like there's so
Yeah.
many things I
Oh,
would
it's
consider
like
YTP.
it's like Davis with The Departed.
Yeah, that is a perfect example of Davis with The Departed. Yeah.
That's a great one.
That's so funny. Listen to that episode. It's great.
I mean, like, on this podcast, I was introduced to Shark Tale via YouTube Poops. So it's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I was introduced to the Nostalgia Critic via YouTube Hoops.
I mean,
That's great.
I
Yeah, for sure,
well,
yeah.
Nostalgia
Me too,
Critic
me
is how I
too.
was introduced to many movies. So
Oh, not too
Same.
many though.
not too many. No, that came later. That comes later.
Not yet, Minion. Not yet.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Next
William,
question.
were you
Quite
introduced to any popular franchises by
That
unconventional
took me a second.
means?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, so you were pretty conventional then, William.
No.
Pretty conventional.
I was introduced to the world through my mom.
That's pretty
I
conventional.
don't think that makes you very.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty conventional.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not
No.
special, William.
No.
Okay, fine.
Fake news.
Okay. Next question.
Next question.
Next
Next
question.
question. Here we go. This one comes to us from Conrad Critiques, and he asks, "What more golden age, circa 1930 to 1959 movies could you talk about on the podcast?"
Hey, we're talking Kong. We're talking Kong. We're talking Kong. We're talking Kong.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I would
didn't hear
say-
that guy. I
Uh,
didn't hear
I'd
what
say
that guy
Two
said.
Commandments, but I think that's 60s.
Yeah. There's
Seven Samurai? Seven Samurai?
Seven. Not yet.
And Forrest Gump. That's golden age, right?
No. No, but like yeah, there are plenty of movies from that era. So like Citizen Kane, Maltese Falcon, fucking Casablanca, Wizard of Oz. Yeah, there's a lot I want to do from that era that I just haven't yet. It took until a bunch of episodes ago for me to finally do a movie from the 30s. That was something I had always wanted to do on the podcast, was a movie from the 30s. Originally, the plan was the episode after episode 100, I was going to do a Pixar movie and a 30s movie. But then I thought, no, I'm going to devious lick William back. And we did 9 Lives of Fritz the Cat instead.
That led to the
Should
other
do a,
lives of Fritz the Cat.
Yeah.
And
Maybe do a
Showgirls-
silent film. You should just do a tribute to
Fritz
it by
the
making
Cat
a silent
wasn't the
podcast.
devious lick. Showgirls 2 was the devious lick.
Showgirls 2 was
I
the
know,
devious
I
lick,
know.
yeah. But
I
yeah, I mean, I have done silent films before because we did the Sherlock Jr. episode, but I do want to do more silent films because there's other Buster Keaton films I want to talk about. There's other Charlie Chaplin films I want to talk about. Metropolis, the 1920s movie. I absolutely want to talk about that. Yeah. But yeah.
Silent podcast when though?
Silent podcast episode 151, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, right now. Everybody shut up.
Yeah, right now.
Next question.
Next question. Next question. All right. This question.
next one.
This is from Yinsod5192. I don't know who this guy is.
Who's that?
I don't know. If someone were to make an animated biopic on your life, what animation style would you want it to be in? Also, would you want to direct it? Interesting.
It would be in the live action animated format.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, yeah, live action animation.
Yeah. You just move me like
The Abomination live action Citizen
I
Hal
think that's just stop
CGI.
motion.
You tie strings to yourself so that you're a marionette.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. That is
You're
just dumb enough that I kind of want to do that.
Would you want to do a biopic with using puppets instead?
Yeah.
How much of a Muppet enjoyer you are? I figured. No, Hal. What if they were to do a biopic of your life, but it's with one of the Muppets is cast as you instead?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like freaking Fozzie or Gonzo.
I would do like a.
Who's the
I would do a
most
very
likely to be
obscure-
Bostonian? Most likely to be Bostonian.
Most Bostonian Muppet. I'm
Bostonian
gonna see what
What do you think?
I'm gonna see what Google comes up with. Most Bostonian Muppet.
Is that an actual word?
The GBA.
Yeah.
Bostonian? It's a real word.
Apparently,
okay.
apparently Carol Spinney, the guy who performed as Big Bird, was born in Waltham.
There you go, Big Bird.
Big Bird.
It's a GBA.
Big
You know,
Bird.
guys, Hal was today years old when he found out where Moxie came from.
That's true. That is very true. I'm embarrassed. Yes.
Anyway,
Moxie comes from New
Next
England.
question.
Anyway, yeah. Next question. All right, this one comes to us from Terminal.
Oh,
Here comes this
you
one.
don't want those.
Hey Hal, can you please have Synthetic Man on the podcast sometime within this decade? It would be very epic, pretty please.
Who is Synthetic Man?
He's one of those guys the kids are calling grifters. So yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
get him out, you know.
All right, next question.
Next question.
There we go. Ooh, we got one from Walter 3001. We got a couple
That's
actually.
a crazy ass username.
We got a couple. All right, here we go. Here's the first one. What is the most average film you've seen? Not bad nor good, just average. I'm gonna take a look. What do you guys answer?
Only one to remember.
Be controversial.
Be controversial. All right, Buster, what's your answer?
It's a movie that recently came out the day the Earth blew up, a Looney Tunes movie. I thought it was just okay.
Next question.
Juice by O.J. Simpson.
The Juice by O.J.
That's your most average film.
Let's see. Average.
Sure. We'll put that on record now.
Dune Part 1 and 2.
No, that's also that one. Also that one. I agree with Liv. I mean not Liv. I mean Lily. I agree with Liv.
Oh, wow.
Livy.
I know Buster's probably gonna disagree with me on this one, but I'm gonna say Avatar, the first one. Like, I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
Fair answer. Pretty safe.
I'm looking through like my 2.5-star ratings right now.
Yeah, that's the rating I'm trying to look for myself.
Yeah. I mean, some of these, like, they don't personally click with me, but I still appreciate, like, their cinematography and stuff, like Moulin Rouge. I guess Lightyear. Like, honestly, I feel like recent Pixar movies for me, like, the last Pixar movie I really liked was Soul, but lately I've just, for the most part, they just feel so average. Like, they're just trying to please as many people as possible.
Going through the motions.
I feel like the thing with like average is that at that point it's like they all just kind of feel the same, so I can't really think of a standout. So for the purposes of this, I'm just gonna go with like X and Pearl to give like a horror answer.
Have you seen Maxine?
No, I didn't care.
That's fair.
Dodged a bullet that one. It wasn't very good.
I guess Cosmopolis.
Oh, well, that means we have to watch it.
I wish I liked it.
Yeah, right now. We gotta watch it right now.
Okay. Stop the podcast.
No.
What was your answer, Liv?
Cosmopolis.
There we go.
Rob's in it. Paul Giamatti is in it. Like, it sounds good. I just don't like it.
I think everyone's answered now, so I think we should go to the next
I think I have an answer.
Okay, what's your answer?
This might be a little controversial, but I remember I watched Coda a couple years ago with a friend. This was before it won Best Picture, and we were like, "This is a Best Picture winner."
What's Coda?
I don't know. Coda. It's like, but no one remembers it.
The Deaf Massachusetts movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Never heard of it.
It's fine. I thought it was fine, but yeah, I mean,
It was it was kind of like a TV movie almost. That's what it felt like.
Well,
Like at least with the other ones since then, like I don't know, like a Nora or like Everything Everywhere, they're more memorable and more interesting and stylistic though. It just kind of came and went, that movie. It was overshadowed by the terrible ceremony that preceded it, or awarded it or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you just ableist. Maybe you just don't like that.
Oh no.
No, he just doesn't like Bostonians. That's why he didn't like
no,
it.
he hates that. Okay.
Which is far worse.
You don't like those GBAs?
Yeah.
You don't like the GBAs?
Far worse than if you hated deaf
You
people.
keep calling them GBAs? Like
the greater Boston area.
Greater Boston area. That's where we're from.
I can't believe
You're from the Game Boy Advance?
Yeah, we're from the Game Boy Advance.
Citizen Hal for the Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance Secret Code?
Yeah.
Underrated cast classic.
It's kind of hard for me to
Next question.
choose a movie. The most average film I've ever seen is just not memorable enough for me to remember it. There.
Oh, well, there you go. Insert movie here. Let's go with that. Let's
Your
go with the
favorite
Interstellar
movie.
review.
Sure.
With that Interstellar review, we'll go with that one.
All right, Interstellar.
Shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to me.
Thank you for not saying the bad guys.
Yeah, that guy.
Hal.
Shout out to the guy who commented under that.
Wait, that's a great idea. The bad guys.
Now I'm going to change my answer.
I want to change my answer.
You, William.
You did. You brought up this yourself. You did this yourself.
Whatever.
What's
all
the
right.
best movie that ever has a seal in it?
Yeah,
outside of
also
Seal?
Walter.
Yeah.
Best movie to have a seal.
Darkdale.
Oh, I do have an answer. And my answer is Robbie the Reindeer, Hooves of Fire. That has the best. Dude, it has a seal in it. Best seal joke. You guys need to see it. It's very good.
Wait, what's the question again?
Which Batman had Kiss from a Rose
with
in
a
it?
seal in it besides
Forever.
Romeo and Juliet.
Song of the
I've never seen
Sea. Duh.
There's a seal in
Song of
that
the
movie?
Yes.
Well, there's
I
water.
forgot. It's been forever since
Song of the motherfucking sea. Trisha literally turns into a seal.
I was
I
gonna
have
say
the
one of the
poster right
Pokemon
here.
movies,
There's
'cause
seals
Pokemon
on the
seal.
poster.
She has to show
Are you
it to
stupid?
emphasize it. We have one more question though from Walter, and it's also, did I cause James to make his upcoming animation? No, you didn't. No, I'm gonna be straight up. You didn't.
But he
Next
did have a
question!
Militia.
Next
If
question!
that video is anybody's fault, it's probably me.
Yeah.
Wait, you forgot one. You forgot one movie with a seal
Everything's
in it.
William's
Romeo and
fault.
Juliet.
No, that was the point of the
Seal
question.
of a
Yeah,
Kiss.
that was
Besides that.
Besides that,
Okay.
yeah,
I was just scrolling through movies.
yeah, because I'm sure
I'm shaking in my custom baby seal leather boots.
if he didn't specify
I'm
that,
shaking my custom seal, custom
Custom
made
baby
baby
seal
seal
leather
leather
boots.
there you go. Yeah, you did it! Hooray! You made a quote.
Yay!
Woo! All right.
I got a
Why
quote.
do I feel so
What's your quote?
melancholy?
The.
That is a good quote. I have a quote though.
Going off the
Is it from
rails on
Simply
a
Just
crazy train,
Fantastic?
sir.
My quote is next question. Next question.
Next question.
All right. Next question comes to us from Simply Just Fantastic. What is your favorite movie about a monkey that you own in your collection? I gotta.
Time to look.
Yeah, I gotta look through that. So yeah, somebody else answer right now.
Sylvia?
What movies do I have in my collection?
I
Just answer in
don't know.
general.
I guess I'll have to go with an actual monkey and not a greater ape, so I can't go with King Kong.
No, I'm gonna go King Kong anyway. Fuck definitions.
Let's
It's
see.
all made up. It's all made up.
Rules
made up by the
Dustin
man.
checks in. Dustin checks in.
Dustin checks in.
Yeah,
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
I guess I'll just stick with Silvio.
Oh, Silvio's good. Silvio's real good.
I want to
Like,
read
unironically. Unironically, Silvio's peak picture.
All right. I have 3 answers.
Is it the Jungle Book?
Well, Jungle Book's not in the collection yet, William. I'm going off the official collection.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
I'm going with either Aladdin, 12 Monkeys, or Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Ooh.
Wait.
Good choices.
Oh, wait, no. That wouldn't that be Temple of Doom?
There was a monkey in Raiders, Lily.
What was there? Oh, right.
Remember
right, because he
bad
dies.
dates.
Because he dies. That's why I forgot.
Yeah.
He dies.
Right.
Yeah.
Bad dates.
No
That's
monkey
why.
like a
That's
Nazi
why I
monkey.
forgot.
Yeah. Any other monkey movies? I was gonna say Monkey Man, but that's not technically about a monkey. That's about Dev Patel.
I haven't
Hey, you know what movie has a monkey in it?
But it's an
What?
excuse to talk about Dev Patel.
Chipmunk Adventure
Sonic-
does have a
Sonic-
monkey in it.
I thought you said Sonic Adventure, and I'm like, that's not a movie.
Well, that does
Doesn't
have
it-
monkey in it though.
Yeah, it does have monkey.
The player,
You know, the 2004 Phantom of the Opera has a monkey in it.
of course. It all comes back to Phantom.
One of my answers is Kubo and the Two Strings.
That's a good one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, okay, that's my official
yeah.
answer. Kubo.
Sweet movie. Awesome
Wow,
movie.
stealing
I saw that
answers.
in theaters.
Yeah.
No one else.
Stealing
I was the
answers,
only
Liv.
person on
Oh
earth
no,
who saw it in theaters.
live. What about Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Duh.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda
Kung
2.
Fu Panda-
Kung Fu Panda
Kung Fu-
2. Oh no, 3.
Yeah,
Kung Fu Panda 3.
His name is literally Monkey.
No, Kung Fu Panda 2 is mine.
Monkey.
Again, 2 is the best one. 3 is my favorite. We've been over this.
Any other monkey movies?
Every One Piece movie.
Okay.
Oh yeah, one.
Looney Tunes back in action. I'm just looking up. I'm googling movies with monkeys in it.
Journey
and
to
that
the
comes up.
West. Chinese Odyssey. Monkey King.
But do you own it in your
Kevin,
collection?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
As far as you know.
Yeah. I'm going to have to look through every one of your collections, Lily. Hold on. Stay there. I'm coming to get you.
Museum.
Next question.
Next question.
Monkey.
You have to go over there.
Next question. This one comes to us from Marge Marcelic 3149. If I butchered it, fuck you.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
Have it easier to say name, idiot.
Exactly.
Make it American.
Yeah.
Make it American. Make it free.
We speak American on this here podcast. All right. If you
I speak 2 languages, English and gibberish.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway.
What's the question?
If you had a chance to make another episode about a movie you've already done on the podcast, what would it be? The good movies that I talked about on solo episodes and movies I talked about with guests who turned out to be gigantic pieces of shit.
Like every episode you've done with me.
Yeah.
That's every episode you've done.
We're going to have to redo this episode.
You're gonna have to redo the C.I.Ape episode? Okay.
Yeah. You're going to have to watch all 50 of those cartoons again.
Yeah. So,
Also,
yeah.
Hal, I know you mentioned you wanted to redo the Weird Al episode eventually.
That
was
is
just
one
a
I
solo
yeah
episode.
I would like to redo UHF because I mean UHF is easily one of my favorite movies ever made, so I'd love to share that with people.
You can pair it with Weird as well.
I do also
Yeah,
have
'cause,
that.
like you, yeah, and you updated your opinion on that movie. so
Right,
it's
yeah, I can go in with a fresher mind.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
We could also do a full episode on basketball because we only talked about it for like a minute in, in the South Park episode.
Oh yeah, basketball is absolutely getting its own episode someday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I'll
know
make
when.
sure to buy it before then.
Yeah, I don't know when. It maybe 30 years from now. It may be, I don't know, next week. No, it won't be next
When
week.
we're 80 years old.
Yeah, it'll be when we're 80 years old. I make that a promise.
And then you just croak halfway through the podcast.
Next question.
Next question. This question comes to us from Stardust007. Ballman versus Staklasa. That's not a question, Professor.
That's a death battle.
Good question.
They're asking Jay Bauman versus Mike Staklasa. That's not a question. They're not
That's
phrasing
a
it as a
guess.
question, so I'm not answering it. Moving on. Next question. Next question.
Next question.
All right, here we go.
Moving right along.
This comes to us from Noah Butcher. Congrats on reaching 150 episodes, Hal. Oh, thanks, Noah. Question 1. Have you thought about doing individual movie reviews / ranking videos again? Yes. I was this close to getting back into the Lightyear video. I had it all edited. No, I had it all recorded. I wrote out a script. I had it all recorded. I got like, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes into editing it, and I was like, I don't have it in me, man. And I just scrapped the whole thing. I'm gonna have to start over sometime. Or I don't know. Maybe I'll do a podcast episode on Lightyear. I don't know. I just getting back into editing videos again of that caliber is not easy. I feel as though I'm too deep in the podcast. I love doing the podcast better because it's easier to edit than video editing, like actual videos. But I would like to get back into it because every time I edit James videos, I was like I just recently edited part of the Mufasa video, and that was so much fun. Like, it was genuinely a lot of fun editing that segment. And I was like, I wish I could do that, but with my own voice, you know? But, you know, it's no time. And
yeah, I won't give away any of his jokes, but I did watch that segment when he posted it in the server. It was very good. You did a good job on that one.
Thank you, dude. I'm very proud of it. But we got a second question from Noah. Has he ever got his hot sauce that he ordered an hour ago? Oh, it's like that from that one movie I've seen. What was it called again?
The Batman.
Yeah, the Batman.
Ben and Jerry's the movie.
Ben and Jerry's the movie.
I love Ben and Jerry's.
What the fuck? Did they just talk?
Oh
All
my
right.
god. You can talk.
You can talk. He can sing.
Help me, Dr. Zayas.
Next
question. All right, this one comes to us from LaZibonzinc. Who is this guy?
What's that?
I don't know.
Lazy Bones.
All right, number one question. Who
Lazy
is
Bear.
the best Too Many Movies guest, and why is it me?
Fair.
Oh, you kind of backed
Why
me
is
into the
it
corner
me?
with that
That's
one.
not a question, that's a statement.
I think the best guest has been Uncultured Swine.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't like his bits for the 100th episode added so much.
Yeah.
Like, just with the whole like green screen shit, that was so funny.
But Lazy is the best guest because he likes Battlefield Earth. That's the answer. Yeah, correct.
That's my only flaw.
Yeah, Ben, you gotta pump those numbers up, bro. You gotta watch Battlefield Earth.
I don't like Battlefield
All
Earth.
right, we'll watch it right now.
All right, that's it. That's it.
Please no.
Again, the auditorium.
All right. But number two, in all seriousness, if you were a South Park character, which one do you think you would be? I talked about this on our episode, actually. I'm 100% Butters because back in middle school, I reminded my friends of Butters because I was a total fucking dork and loser. So, yeah, I'm 100%.
Nothing's changed.
And nothing's changed. Literally, I am literally just Butters in real life. That is totally.
I remember
me.
you did say that.
Answer.
Yeah.
Butters is the best. That's a good trait to have.
What's your answer, Yinsen?
I would be Tolkien Black. Y'all know who that is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm one of the movie exclusive characters. Actually, I just realized we say.
Sorry, you go ahead, Buster.
No, I just realized me as the Arab person saying I'm one of the movie exclusive South Park characters is kind of putting myself into a corner, and I don't like that. You know, I'm gonna retake that answer.
Sucker.
Hey, come on, guy.
You fell for it.
Fell for the
fell for it,
classic
yeah.
blunder.
I mean, that's just because I've only watched the South Park
Amos
movies.
is never
So.
get involved in land war in Asia.
For me, to everyone in this call, I'm Cthulhu. To people who know me in real life, also Butters.
Nice.
In fake, I'm Cthulhu, but in real, I am simply there.
Who else wants to answer?
The only South Park thing I've seen is the pandemic special. So,
So you're COVID, got it.
Oh, always the one you'll least suspect.
That's why you gave me COVID that one time.
yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
I would be Timmy.
Timmy
Turner.
Timmy.
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 Oh, Timmy. Yeah, Timmy.
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 Nice.
The most powerful character in all fiction.
Timmy. Swine, did you answer that or?
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. I have to go Butters. I don't know.
Okay, we're all a bunch of Butters.
Everyone here is Butters.
What do I do to make sure I'm not Cartman?
Everyone's getting buttered up.
We're all
Butters' very own podcast.
Yeah, we're such a buttercore group of friends.
Next question.
Everyone knows.
Next
Butters.
question.
Next question. Here we go.
That's me.
This comes to us from Agent Nat 11 or 11, I guess. Anyway, what is the greatest film to feature a penguin?
Batman.
Penguins to
Mr. Popper's
Madagascar.
Penguins? Mr. Popper's Penguins?
Ain't nobody watched that shit.
8-Ball Bunny, the cartoon where Bugs Bunny is being trying to get a penguin back to his home, and he puts him on a boat thinking it's going to Antarctica, and so he's with some guys, and some guys are like, there goes the boat to Brooklyn, and Bugs Bunny goes, Brooklyn!
That's gonna be me next week.
Yeah, and Humphrey Bogart's in that cartoon where he's like, pardon me,
Oh, yes.
Mac, but could you spare a couple dollars?
I watched a movie with I rewatched a movie with a penguin in it recently, The Chipmunk Adventure.
Oh,
penguin in that's pretty cute. It's a decent movie.
Monking out, huh?
Yeah, monk
Monking
maxing.
Monk
Yeah, I think we answered that. Good penguin movies.
Best movie penguins are definitely like Madagascar penguins and Aardman penguin.
Oh, yeah, the Aardman penguin.
That's not the
that's
name
a
of
good
it.
one.
Yeah. Wallace and Gromit, The Wrong Trousers.
Oh yeah, Wrong Trousers because of Feathers McGraw. That
Yeah.
one's my pick.
Good grief, it's you. All right.
So,
next question.
Next question.
This comes to us from Slice King. How you doing, Slice? If you had a top 10 list of your favorite movie franchises, what would it be? Ooh, top 10. I got to think about this. Somebody else.
I think
You'd have to watch all of them first.
Yeah, I think
There's
Kyle
a
hates
lot
all
of
movie franchises by the end of like his marathon, so I don't think he's the best person to ask that.
What are you talking about? He had a blast with Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah.
Your
clearly.
top 10 movie franchises. Why are they all the Chipmunks?
I mean, look, in all actuality, Friday the 13th is one of the better franchises I've talked about on the podcast.
No, Alien's the best one. Alien's the best one because it's got resurrection.
Yes, but
Jason was resurrected.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then nobody saw it.
I think this
Sony
speaks
Marvel
to, like,
Universe.
Yeah, I can't
So
think
many
of a
Marvels.
top 10, but I would say, yeah, stuff like Star Wars, the good Marvels, Back to the Future,
Oh yeah.
the good Terminators, the good Aliens. I have to specify.
So all of them.
The good Forrest Gumps.
The good Forrest Gump movies, yeah.
I gotta watch my
I mean,
franchises.
I will say, I guess to piggyback off this question, yeah, recently I've been watching the Final Destination movies, and those kind of rule. So,
Watches the next one.
yeah, I've heard the next one is bad.
Never mind, it sucks.
Yeah, I've heard the
Never
next
mind,
one
it
is
sucks.
bad. So
Worst franchise.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's gonna go toe to toe with some of the worst horror franchises I've seen. Stuff like, I don't know, Texas Chainsaw was pretty bad. Exorcist had some real bad sequels. So
No, all good ones.
all good ones. Yeah, I
All
love
good ones.
I love
Hey, Hal,
Dominion.
try anything, you're canceled.
Yeah, trying to think you're canceled, bro.
I guess like if
how
I
could I
have to
hate
narrow, like
those?
for me if I have to narrow it down to like 3 franchises I like, Baby Assassins, because like you should watch the Baby Assassins movies, y'all. It's really fun action films. Freaking Godzilla and the Ernest movies for a shitpost pick.
That's a good
I wouldn't
answer.
say shit post pick. I would say that would be an earnest one.
Yeah, ooh.
Yeah,
Get it?
Ooh.
Get it?
Ooh. We got jokes on this podcast.
Favorite
Joe.
franchises. You know, I'm a big fan of Your Mom. Oh, God.
That's the biggest franchise of all.
Damn.
Let's go.
Your mom is a very nice lady, probably.
My mom's pretty nice.
Maybe. Does she make cookies?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, okay, she's probably nice.
My sister's the baker of the family, though. So
Oh, the baker? What about the shoemaker?
the shoemaker, probably my other
Butcher,
sister. She's
the
obsessed with
drumstick maker.
shoes. She's in high school, so she's obsessed
my
with shoes now.
Oh my god.
A sneakerhead?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, guys, when are we watching Sneaks?
I was
right,
about to
right
say
now.
How dare
Never.
you steal it from me?
Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh, Lord of the Rings trilogy.
original?
How could I forget about that?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You can also separate it from the Hobbit movies because
Yeah.
the Lord of the Rings, like they're not
Okay, but
the same name.
extended versions or theatrical version?
Extended.
Duh.
Yeah, extended, obviously.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't
You
even
watch the
really
extended
hate the
version,
Hobbit
literally
movies.
half of it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in forever, so maybe they're not as bad as people
They're
make them out to be.
yeah, they're not the
seen
they're
any of
clearly not the
them.
worst. Lord of the Rings thing.
The first one's fine.
Yeah. No, but they don't hold a candle to the original Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Obviously not.
No, of course.
Yeah, and not the animated one, obviously.
I've
can't beat that.
I've always wanted to see Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings movie. I got to get to that.
Next episode.
Next episode. Episode 151.
Keep making so many. 151's gonna just have like 50 movies covered on it.
Yeah, well, because it's 151.
Hal, have you done an episode on the original?
51 and
trilogy?
1.
Not yet. No, I gotta. Because I know that's gonna be an enormous episode, so I haven't gotten to them yet.
Yeah, I would figure.
It's like one of those DVD multi-packs.
Oh yeah, because I have the extended editions on like those big DVD packs, and yeah, they're enormous. So they're gonna be an enormous episode. Who knows when I'll get to them, but someday.
Over
And
the
speaking
rainbow.
of someday,
Also,
next
the Kill Bill
question.
duology, if that counts, even though it's basically one movie.
Yeah, they count. Well, franchise.
Blade Runner duology.
See, Blade Runner I count as a franchise.
Yeah, I know. I see Kill Bill, even though they're released as 2 movies, they're 1 movie, so that doesn't really count. But
yeah.
Blade
I don't
Runner's
know what
another
my
answer I
answer
have.
is.
Yeah,
I
don't.
kind of have a bone to pick with every franchise, even the ones I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Except Ernest.
Yes.
Yeah, except Ernest.
Yeah.
Of course.
Actually, except the black. No, wait.
Ernest has
is
done
blackface.
nothing wrong in any movie.
Never,
Every Ernest movie has
ever.
aged wonderfully.
Neutral good. Neutral good. That's what he is.
That's fair. That's fair to say. Ernest seems very neutral good.
Next question.
All right, next
see.
question. Next question. Here we go.
Batman, Kung Fu Panda, Back to the Future.
Next question.
What was the other one I said?
Kung Fu Panda? So that means you like the 4th one?
Yeah, your favorite.
Next question.
No franchise is perfect.
Sign an
Yeah, I know
NDA.
Liv didn't like it as much as she liked
Next
it more
question.
Than
I'm bored.
Will you talk about the Rugrats trilogy?
Oh yeah, so this comes to us from Toonybird2468. Will you talk about the Rugrats movie trilogy on your podcast? I don't see it on DVD in my collection, so I will never talk about that trilogy.
Someone buy it. Someone buy it.
No.
They're available. They're available.
Someone buy it. Someone buy it right now.
No, nobody buy
Easily
it.
available.
Nobody buy it on Amazon, and then don't do this. Do not send it to James's PO box. Okay, don't do that.
Too many movies PO box.
Yeah, the Too Many Movies
You know
PO
what's
box
fun?
is 69.
You know what the funny part about that second movie is when they go to Paris?
Yeah.
That it's so obvious that they didn't want to make a movie that takes place in Paris and wanted to do a Japan film instead.
Hilarious.
Yeah, because they have the kaiju and shit. Yeah.
Like the whole.
They have
most of
those.
it
They have
takes
those
place
in France.
Retroland.
Oui, I am Godzilla.
Yeah, like
Like no, seriously, the movie ends with Mecha Godzilla versus Robo Snail.
The classic. Don't you remember that scene from Hunchback of Notre Dame? Come on.
Yeah, Quasimodo predicted all of this.
Yeah. You know,
Quasi-who?
That's Nostradamus.
Godzilla on top of the clock tower.
Let my quasi go.
Well, let this next question go.
Next question. Here we
Next
go.
question.
This comes to us from Caleb.
Just say the fucking name.
I'll say
Just
your
say the
fucking name.
Okay,
Next
what's the
name. Next name.
All right. Next name. What is your favorite and least favorite editing you've seen in a movie? Okay, I can answer favorite, that being Baby Driver. But least favorite editing.
Blinded by the editing on that kid.
I gotta
That one clip I saw of "Don't Look Up."
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that and like the clips I've seen of the Mulan remake. The Mulan remake looks like what? Who let this pass?
That
Who
one's
let
pretty
that
bad,
pass?
yeah.
Worst
James,
editing.
please don't get mad at me. Moulin Rouge.
Okay.
I think that's not necessarily bad editing. That's just a lot of editing.
I think that's just part of the style, though. To be fair,
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Which was
All
the
of it.
style of the time.
Which was the style at the time?
Oh yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody's like edited like shit. I forgot. Yeah.
Yes. Another one. The two very amateurish cuts in the original Godzilla that Mon Fukochi constantly has because she wasn't a great actor yet.
Last Airbender has a lot of really bad editing. That's when I
Yeah, that's because it's a
The-
TV
the
show.
Rock's-
Oh,
the,
true.
no, the rock scene in like the Shyamalan movie is like the most hilarious like bad movie thing I've seen.
Not really editing though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of because I'm not trying to go
Bad
for like
blocking.
the obvious stuff like Bohemian Rhapsody and Don't Look Up. I'm trying
Bad
to think of
direction.
like stuff that genuinely did piss me off editing wise.
There has to be a Wheel Night movie of shitty editing. Right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, of
Well,
course.
since you mentioned,
Of course.
Moulin Rouge. I think Elvis. I thought the editing in that one was pretty bad.
Yeah, but that one was funny.
Yeah. You had the one scene of the guy saying the slur, and then they all like zoom to like all the people's faces.
Hilarious.
Baz Luhrmann movies are meant to be edited that
him
way.
saying he's white?
Yeah.
He's white.
What was
He's
the
white.
word?
I'm not saying.
What was the word?
It's on the
He's
tip of my
white.
tongue.
I feel like there's like
Yeah, gotta warm
like,
up. Gotta warm up your chords before you say it, though.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't just go. You can't just walk around with your pants down when you say it. You got
Yeah.
lead up to it.
Save your core.
Yeah.
Again, like if
From
we
your
count
core.
editing as like compositing Garfield Tale of Two Kitties, because compositing like compositing.
Shut
is
up!
technically
Hop
editing.
off that movie! Hop off that movie! Pete, shut the fuck up! Two kitties, two editors, okay?
Once the kitties, twice the editors.
That's good. All right. Next question.
Chino, more like it.
Well, so I think I did come up with an answer though for least favorite because I guess just for recency bias sake, I did recently rewatch the sequel trilogy and Rise of Skywalker. Oh mama, it's pretty bad.
That answers all your questions.
Yeah, I just need to say that. Yeah, yeah.
You know, Al,
Like,
you
that
actually
just-
want to torture me one day. You have to make me watch Rise of Skywalker.
I'm not. You're not going to be on the sequel trilogy episode.
Listen how a Jedi's weapon deserves more respect.
Yeah, thanks. Luke.
All right, next question. I don't want to talk about Star Wars anymore.
Okay, moving on. Next question.
Watch Andor.
Next question. This one comes to us from PSI user 658. Has there been any special edition / collector's edition releases of physical media you've always wanted to own? Or do you already have your favorites in your full collection?
I can talk about one I used to want to own, but not really anymore. It's for like it was for a TV show. Basically, like for the 20th anniversary of Power Rangers, Shout Factory did this like giant helmet set, and I remember seeing that a lot, like as a kid on YouTube videos, and being like, "That's a cool set with all like the first 20 years of the show." They even included like because they had in like binders, they had like little slots for like if you bought the movies because they couldn't include the movies because of licensing shit. Like as a kid, I really wanted it, but now I'm just kind of like, I could just get the singles if I wanted to own any of those shows physically. So.
So there's a gold steelbook of Emperor's New Groove that's super expensive.
Gold.
That'd be fun
That's
to
a
have.
good one. That's a
Steel
good
book.
movie.
It's like golden steelbook.
I'll steal your
my
book.
answer.
My answer I'm gonna post in chat.
My
There's
answer is the
Oh,
Terminator
the Speed
2 Judgment
Racer!
Day Blu-ray collector's edition, where the discs were inside a T800 head.
Yeah. We were talking a lot about these head collector's editions that were popular, like because like the Power Rangers head, the Terminator head, the Speed Racer head. It's like lots of heads.
Look at no head.
I just want to pull into his brain.
Because
and
we
pull out
get
the-
those.
And I can't think of any because I have the 4K of Titanic of like the collector's edition. I have the collector's edition of Cartoon Slim's Irish Trilogy. I have a 4K collector's edition of Belle.
So you're set for life.
I have the stupid fucking Blu-ray of the Gumby movie that's in the plastic case of Gumby's head.
Should have been Gooby.
Well, Gooby deserves more respect in general because Gooby's the greatest movie ever made.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hop off peak.
I do have, because I've never really paid that much attention to special or collector's editions, but the one I do own that I will say is my favorite version is the collector's edition of Pulp Fiction. That's just an awesome collector's edition of the movie. Even though it is a DVD, I fucking love it. It's amazing. It's so cool.
Do you want the steelbook of the Lego Batman movie? It's like 10 or 15 bucks on eBay. I just haven't bought it yet.
Because you have
do
14
it.
bucks.
Spend money. Stimulate the
Yeah.
economy.
I don't think you want to do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Buster,
true, never
now? You're talking about that now? Really?
Yeah.
What economy?
That's like
Buster's talking about the economy of
reaction when
respect.
people's like, oh, I wanna-
Oh, the road to respect.
The road to respect.
Yeah, the road to respect. Yeah, maybe I need to finish that game eventually.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Please donate.
Next question.
Next question.
Next question. This one comes to us from Booster Corpe. And they ask, what will happen when you run out of your physical media backlog to talk about on Too Many Movies? Then I'd be free. I'd never have to do the stupid fucking podcast again.
Then I'll use somebody else's collection.
I mean, honestly, yeah. If I run out of stuff, I'll just go out and buy some more. Like, I'll just find some shitty looking VHS or cartoon compilation and be like, "All right, we're doing it this." Like, that's literally
go
what's
to the
gonna
thrift
happen.
store.
Yeah.
Go to the thrift store.
I asked that question. I asked that question because I legitimately the point of the podcast initially was like, I want to clear out my backlog, and I'm like, well, there's only so many.
He still
things.
hasn't done yet.
I've made things worse, if anything, because I've gotten stuff. Because I will be
That
in the
means you
store.
can keep going.
Yeah, that means I can keep going forever. But like, I will literally be in the store and be like, "This looks hilarious," and then I'll buy it. So yeah.
The same, except I don't do it before the podcast. I do it because I thought it'd be funny.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
I have
That's
a
how I
reason.
watched Michigan Monster.
Like that one time I went to the dollar store and bought Plaguers.
That sounds like
You
a
s-
disease.
You still haven't explained what that is. Will you explain it now?
Because I don't know what it is.
All right.
Next question.
I didn't watch it yet.
Next question.
Sorry, it's
Next. All right.
All right.
Thanks for the answer. Howard.
Next question. This
Schrodinger's
comes to
box.
us from this is a live question. I'm not going to answer it, even though we already
Seriously,
did.
you're not going to answer it?
Next question.
I'm not going to answer it.
Do it.
I refuse.
With those views, not likely.
No review. I refuse.
All right. This one comes to us from Agent P3. Perry. We love Perry. Good guest. Where is the Human Centipede episode? Honestly?
Halloween.
Yeah.
It's not a secret thumb drive.
Never.
Brother, I'm asking the same question. I would love to do a Human Centipede episode. Someday.
It's on the corrupted hard drive.
Yeah, episode 151, Human Centipede.
In fact, we're recording it right now.
Yeah, right now, in fact.
So, Hal, what was your favorite part of Human Centipede?
Oh, dude, when
Who's first in the chain for the Human
When
Centipede?
the mouth goes to
let's
Hall.
order us in order of Human Centipede. Everyone who's in the chat right now. Who's the head?
Who's getting the head?
Simba.
Who's getting the best head?
Theodore.
Oh.
Next question.
Next question. Oh, this is the last
was for
question.
Oh, we're done.
But yeah, there was the only this unless somebody else asked a question. But nobody else asked a question after Lily, so this is the last one. The very last one.
How. I'm gonna do one right now.
Okay, we have to wait. We have to wait for you.
People who be desperate for attention.
Okay, all right. Here, we have a question here from Space Tree Studios. It asks, add a comment. That's not a question.
Add a comment? Question?
Yeah. All right. Everybody add a comment. This place is
Next question.
Next question.
Wait, are there no more questions?
All right, here's a question from Yinsed saying, "Are you a furry?" No.
Yay!
Just making sure. Just curious.
They're animals. Why? And I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them. All right. We ready? Or is that it? Because this is the last question.
Ask one more.
All right, Lazy's about to ask one more. Do you want lunch? You tell Arthur Reed he'll never eat lunch in this town again.
Hey!
It is 8 p.m. and not lunchtime.
All right. Anyway. Okay.
There, I sent it.
Oh my god. All right.
Oh my goodness.
It's not showing up.
I just sent it.
Okay. I'm literally refreshing the page. There's nothing.
Okay,
Yeah, there's nothing. I
Last
don't even see anything on
question.
Come on, Liv.
Next
I'll
question.
ask yourself a question.
Why am I doing this to myself?
Refresh.
Why am I here? Just to suffer? Okay.
Why are we watching this?
Yeah, why am I watching this? Everybody go watch the tune. It's awesome. Okay. This question comes to us from Liv. Do you bleed every month?
Oh my God.
I say that all the time.
Damn.
End the podcast. End the podcast.
No. All right. Seriously, this is the last
play
question.
the piano anymore?
Seriously.
Of course you can. Well, I couldn't before.
I couldn't before.
Okay. Last question. Last question. Here we go. This comes to us from Plebus, the ultimate contrarian, Brian. Here's a question. What do you call a bird that sneezes?
Saw the comment. I know what it is.
A Hakachua.
Yes, that's great.
And that's it. That's the Q&A.
Play the metal barkling.
That's the Q&A,
another
folks.
question.
Thanks for watching.
No, I put another question.
Okay. What's your question, Liv?
Hey, how refresh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my gosh.
All right. I guess I got to refresh again. Do you remember the 21st night of September? No, I don't remember it. I have a condition.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
How many comments are being posted right now? I don't even see all of them.
All right, folks. That's it. We've done it. 150 episodes. There's sound effects going on in my mind. I have schizophrenia. Yeah, this has been 150 episodes, and thank you all for asking your questions. They were all terrible. Just not a single good question. I'm so disappointed in this community.
Answers in the comments below. I'll pick my favorite for the next episode.
This is the last episode. I'm never doing another episode again. This is it. This is the end.
August 1st, 2000.
That's what it lasted.
This would have never happened if James was here. But he was too square to join.
Yes, it would have.
Yeah, he was too square to join. Okay. All right. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.
Bye-bye. My ears.